Hello, and welcome to Final Show Films. I'm John, the executive producer here, and I've got a few pre-show notes for you. First, a reminder. All of the content we produce is available on our website at finalshowfilms.com, as well as youtube.com/senstaku, senstaku.podbean.com, twitch.tv/senstaku, and on iTunes. We are only able to do the things we do thanks to the kind support of our Patreon donors. We give a special shout out to our $25 tier supporters, Antitonic and Cat Waterflame. If you'd like to support us that way, be sure to check it out. Secondly, a thank you to the folks over at 411mania.com. They produce articles and content related to wrestling, MMA, movies, music, and gaming. Go check them out. We appreciate their support as well. And lastly, be sure to subscribe, comment, and rate, if possible, wherever you listen to or watch our content. It helps us know what you like, what you don't like, and helps us make more content. Feedback is always appreciated. With all that being said, sit back, relax, and enjoy.
I being Galadir.
Hello, everybody.
You haven't been around very long.
Welcome back to Worldfire, where we are here, and
The
world's not on fire.
That's already on.
No, it's on.
Zachary, reach
I
up
turned
and
them
down
on.
them all.
Did you get all of them?
Yeah, I turned all of them.
Sweet.
2, 4,
Awesome.
6.
So
There's
not
only
only
6
are
of
we
them, right?
here, but you can hear us. Ideally.
Theoretically.
Does the board say that?
Nope.
You can't trust the
You
board.
gotta turn it on. Well,
Well, no, but nothing's happening.
Well, yeah, because I turned down all the volume. It's not
No,
going
you
to
gotta
show
turn
it.
it on.
Because the
That's all.
lights only show when we're spiking the mic.
well, let's.
For some-
Oh, yeah, no, the microphone on the thingy says we're going. Okay, so we're going. We're professionals.
Yep.
Professional.
We're good at this.
So, when we left our group of people trying to save the world last,
Trying to save the world, sure.
Some of them, at least.
Some of them went grave robbing, and
Oh, goody.
somebody found a piece of magic.
Yes.
Like, literally a piece of magic.
It's mine now.
It has no negative side effects whatsoever. Don't even worry about it.
It's like a guard of this. Right.
Now I'm more powerful.
So, while we were out, I know that our paladin was literally doing the Saint Teresa help the poor thing.
Basically, prepared all of my spells as, cure wounds and prepare food and drink and stuff and, helping people. It's what I do.
What did Duncan do?
Duncan do? He was walking around stepping on ants.
Literally or figuratively?
What can those dos?
What's the difference?
All right. So best
As
not
long as he
quit.
was killing something, he's fine.
So that took. You
That
spent
is your closest ally in the party, Paladin.
I mean,
And that's saying something.
his closest confirmed ally. It really just depends on how things go.
so.
When it comes down to it, I don't think he's taking the losing side on something. So
Tomorrow. So yeah, as of this morning, unless any of you are doing anything tonight,
Mhm.
you spent your days figuring things out, playing around with stuff.
We were in the tower when we left off.
Yes.
Okay.
But it was night.
No, it was morning.
No, it was the next
It
day.
was
Yeah, it was-
noon.
it was the morning.
It was noon. The mansion disappeared at noon.
Right. Yeah, I thought you'd. Okay, so I thought you'd done your stuff for the afternoon because he's investigating stuff and he investigated stuff. What were you guys doing for the afternoon?
I mean, we had just showed up at the tower
We were
and
trying to
then
find
fixed the robot, remember?
Yes, you fixed the robot. So, what are you doing for the rest of the day? I apologize. I thought that I had assumed that it had taken more of the day for you.
Why were we going to the tower?
To get back.
Yeah, you're
Right.
back. You're here, and you know that tomorrow is your last full day
Oh, and
before.
all the research thing had happened the night before because they had to walk, because they had to ride back because they didn't come with us until.
We didn't ride, we flew.
It is technically the next day, though.
Well, it's the next. It's day 2 of 3,
Yeah.
but you're at this point still investigating the staff.
No, because I did all that before.
Well, but the mapping out and everything took
Yeah.
all day.
Oh, I thought
You're doing this all day.
Okay, that's fine.
So, what were you guys doing? Because I know you've taken most of a long rest.
Well, now I suppose would be a good time for your first of probably many lessons that you're going to learn to do as I do with what you currently have.
Alright.
Are you trying to teach her how to channel power from that shard of mirror?
Yes.
Oh no.
All right.
Well, I mean,
Roll me Arcana.
Both of us?
No.
Okay.
just me. This is how I do. 23.
It takes about 30 minutes before you realize that this dagger, drawing from it, is fundamentally different than the way that you draw from your sources. Because it's pure magic.
Yeah.
It's not... It's more akin to what a sorcerer or a wizard does.
But from an external source.
But from an external source. With a whole lot more opportunity for things to go wrong.
Yeah. So I mean,
You
while the finer details might not work, the basics of communion and channeling are things that would still be
except you
relevant
can't
here.
commune with it. It has no personality.
Yeah.
It'd be like I'm communing with a door frame.
I mean,
Okay, you can
while
go through the door frame.
true, part of communion, however, is the sensation and perception of the ability to see and understand, rather than actual communication with. So that part of it is still relevant.
Again,
Theoretically.
you could theoretically commune with a door frame.
Yeah.
It's a door frame. There's not a lot of...
What you're saying is that the magics are fundamentally too different for you to teach.
This is not something you've ever encountered before. Every time you've encountered magic, it has been already channeled in some way. Grimgaw channeled magic. Your tarot cards channel some sort of magic. The staff channels magic. The Tarask is a channel. This isn't a channel.
Yeah.
It's different.
Would it be similar to like tapping into ley lines? Like just accessing raw magic?
That'd be closer, but still not quite it.
Yeah.
Because the ley line is more like a river. There's flowing magic. It's already out.
I mean, it's still like, if it is just a pool of magic, then it's more similar to the siphoning magic that Faust can do with outsiders.
No, it's not.
Because the draining thereof.
You're not draining, you're not draining magic. You're draining life force. You're draining power.
Mhm.
This is fundamentally different. You'd have to learn. Basically, you have to learn how to use this thing first before you could teach her.
Mhm.
This is not a, and using it hurts your brain.
I mean, yes, it's fundamentally opposed to me.
It's yes. Well, it's fundamentally opposed to you as you're fundamentally opposed to it. You like to control things. This is not.
There's nothing that can be controlled.
Yeah. Within 30 minutes, you find that this is not something you can bend to your will, or that you can bargain with, or that you can talk to, or reason with, or pull from. This is something that is. Galadir may have more insight on it, because he's more just studied raw magic. And the two of you together would probably have a decent chance of figuring it out.
Well, I've likely done all that I can from the basic perspective, but to learn more, we'll need minds more accustomed to traditional senses of magic. Galadir is an option, though that is one that you will...
Speak up. Mike is pointing past your head.
And Galadir is an option, but that is one that you will likely want to hold off on pursuing until you're in a better mindset.
I would agree.
But for now, we have the remainder of the day.
Now, ironically, you have the most intuitive sense for this because you use sorcerous magics. You use magic intuitively. You draw from power within yourself because you cast like similar to the way that sorcerers do. You draw on magics inherent within yourself, and they're spontaneous. That's why you have the best attunement with this item. So while Galadir might be able to explain the mechanics of it, and Faust might be able to explain connection to it.
Since Taku would be the best teacher for you.
Yeah, no, since Taco and the Shard could also get along great.
Yeah, would probably. Like, hey, this is great.
A lot of it is, in your mind, very intuitive. So.
A certain amount of it will only be taught with experience.
All right.
But what you have is a quite powerful tool. And not one that anyone else could likely maintain or attempt to use.
Good. I like it.
Anybody unstable enough could use this thing.
Anyone else within our immediate circle of people.
Yeah. Duncan's not a magic user.
But he could take a
Yes.
level.
I can do all kinds of things.
Take a level of sorcerer. Spontaneous level in sorcerer. Wild magic specifically.
Well, there's a feat that lets you dabble in it, but it's kind of
Magic
low.
initiates. Magic initiate's a good feat. It's a real good feat.
Until then, we have the rest of the evening.
Well, in the meantime, I wanted to speak with Tanar and Melodious about this whole weight thing.
Yes.
To see if we can get
We
that
should
fixed.
probably
Wait,
work on that.
Yeah.
The ground cracks under her feet.
I see.
Well, she's on the first floor right now, so she's been leaving really, really heavy footprints.
Yeah.
I figured even on the ground floor though, like the stone probably doesn't like the weight.
No.
It's too concentrated.
So she'll go looking for Melodious and Tanar.
Let's see who you find first.
One of them.
Tanar.
Probably Tanar.
You actually find Melodious first.
Hey!
Wait till 3 a.m. and go looking for Tanar.
Dum, dum, dum.
Guess he
It
likes
would
me.
no. If she weighs that much, it wouldn't be tum tum tum. It'd be.
I have a problem.
I need help.
You're wandering about and you find Melodious walking down a hallway with a paper in his hands.
House is pretty much obviously right next to you. So
Ah, yes. What can I do for you?
I have a little problem.
He's right beside you.
Faust doesn't know.
I'm sure you've spoken to Galadir about what
Yes,
happens.
yes, absolutely.
So I have this thing where I apparently weigh more.
I pull out just one of the stone blocks that we had separated from all of the lead that I had worked with and just set it on the ground. Would you like to give a demonstration?
She steps on it.
It just splats out. Because was it the lead or the stone?
The stone.
Oh, the stone. It cracks. Interesting. Raise your arms up. He walks over and
Tickles you.
lifts you about 3 inches off the ground and then lowers you. Ah! Yes! Very heavy. Notably, Faust, he lifted her 3 inches off the ground.
I got the sense of that.
Right now, she weighs about as much as a bull elephant.
Yeah.
Can it be fixed?
Diet.
Currently I can't ride any mounts, which will be a problem.
How do you feel right now? Healthy? Good?
Yes.
Excellent. Don't duck. He smashes you with the back end of his axe. Do you try to dodge?
No.
All right. You take 8 points of damage,
Okay.
and your jaw hurts. He smashed you right in the jaw, and there's like trickles of blood coming down from near your ear.
Why?
Oh, right. He reaches you just, over with one arm, wraps it around you, just hoists you up in the air easily, and puts you back down. There you go.
How?
If I had to surmise, it would be the ruby he just struck you with.
Okay.
That's doesn't it? Interesting bit. Of
You're not there.
I know.
Interesting bit of magic. How
Yes.
often is that operational?
Pardon?
How often is that operational?
You know, I'm not sure.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
I think.
Sorry about that.
Out of game, does his coloration change again? It doesn't only work on one thing at a time.
No.
Okay.
It just only works once on the thing.
There you go.
Thank you very much.
You'll try to find it easier to mount a horse or climb a ladder or climb a rope or...
Stand on the second floor.
Yes.
That would be nice.
Yes.
Thank you.
I imagine these stone floors could probably hold you, but best not to test it. And now we don't have to.
Right.
Anything else I can do for you?
I believe that's all.
Out of interest, could I see the shard?
She holds it up.
He touches it. As he does, it ripples.
Does she ripple with it?
No.
Okay.
You see a ripple in it, which is unusual because it hasn't done that for anyone else.
Interesting.
Certain amount of resonation.
Fascinating. You know, that reminds me of the one that Garjin has.
Apparently, it reminded Garjin as well.
Yes, she said there's a third. There's 3 of them.
Yes.
His is blue, yours is clear, I guess.
He's working better now.
Is he?
Yes.
Good to hear, good to hear. As charming as his personality is, Tanar just hasn't warmed up to it yet.
I suppose the question then remains of where is the third?
Well, that would require... I'm not even sure how you would scry one of these. They seem to be most resilient to magic.
I could find it.
An interesting challenge. I wonder if there's any knowledge on these. Would you care to do some research with me?
Yeah, for research?
Of course.
Sounds intriguing.
All of you roll investigation checks, and you get advantage because Melodious gives you access to a pool of resource otherwise unavailable to you, in that Melodious takes you up to his chambers, which you have yet to be in. They're sparse but immaculate, and he has a shelf of books in his room. Some of them are written in Dwarven ruins, and some of them are written in Gnomish, which he is able to translate for you.
I have 20 total.
18.
All right. So, Faust, you're able to read through the Dwarven runes, and you're able to find some legends of the shards. It appears that there's a white one, a blue one, and a red one, because it's apparently the colors of magic, what have you. They all have different functionalities. They're different aspects of the same thing. The white one is pure. It is pure raw magic, and is therefore the most chaotic. The blue one is a different side of magic. You feel like the blue one you most understand, because it is an incarnation of the magic that holds things together, of unity,
Of binding.
of binding. The red one appears to be then the opposite to the blue one, magic that entropy itself, the physical breakdown of everything. When no one's holding magic, it naturally disperses, and the red is indicative of that type, that element of magic itself.
Anti-magic.
No, more like the heat death of the universe.
Magic of the heat death of the universe. It's a little bit hard to say.
All contained into a nice, well-contained shard.
Well,
Well, actually, probably not.
you don't know.
What was the shape of Garjin's fragment?
Garjin's was not. Yours is a broken shard. Garjin's almost looked like a hand mirror. It's a round mirror.
We know of a single, very potent, glowing red gem.
You think that's the final shard?
I hope not, but
You can't imagine that. Well, that would be interesting.
Isn't that what we're about to go after?
it is.
It would be in line with the Tarask, would it not? Entropy, destruction.
The end of things. That would make a siphon to channel the energies of a Tarask.
Most intriguing.
This mission suddenly got a lot more vital and a lot more dangerous.
In that case, the Roman already found it.
Well, then it shall be very important that, and thankful that you shall be there to come with us. I suppose. Sorry, I got something in my eye. I suppose we'll have to bring God Jin as well. He's attuned to the blue one.
What do you suppose might happen when all three are united?
I have no idea. We're going to find out.
So we shall.
The chance that we won't touch them together.
That seems like a poor plan, yes.
Yes, that seems like a bad idea. Though, you said that Garjin was operating better after he saw your
Yes.
shard.
Well, after we touched hands.
I suspect that might be more the potence of the blue shard being force of binding.
Yes, it's a powerful binding agent, but when interacting with that shard, it becomes more powerful.
Touch the red shard too, and it just falls apart.
Well, this has been a jolly. Well, I appreciate your help, but he looks at the window. His room has a window. It appears we've spent most of the afternoon. It'll take you. Reading Dwarven hieroglyphs is not efficient,
No, it's a slow process.
and he's having to translate a bunch of gnomish texts to you verbally, which is also not super efficient. So it's taken you the rest of the afternoon. So, you guys did wake up later. So if you
I also don't sleep.
Yeah.
So you're the only one that needs to rest.
Yes.
So if you want to do things
Wait, she's still awake right now.
into the night, you can. But Melody, everyone else is shutting down, presuming that they are, normal people who sleep.
I would, after finishing the map, I would go find Melodius.
Okay. You find Melodius in his room right as they're leaving.
So,
Open the door.
you two are here. I walk over to Melodius and hand him a sheet of parchment. Open it up, obviously.
Oh, he opens it up.
Okay.
You're looking at it.
Yeah.
I've managed to locate and map out the lower sections of the caverns in which the Dark Elves are holding the shard of the Tarask gem.
Fascinating. How are we able to do this?
I'm holding the staff. Magic.
What does that stuff do precisely?
I'm not 100% certain, but as far as I can tell, it basically puts two areas right next to each other and forms a hole that you can see through.
Well,
I will focus on the chamber and then show him how to look.
it takes a couple minutes for you to be able to get him to focus in, and he looks in the room. Oh my. Well, that is powerful. And you can move this hole around.
I will have it go around the room.
It's obnoxiously... It doesn't move as so much as it just blinks around it, disorienting at first.
And just for fun, I'll have it be behind.
It VR moves.
I'll have it be behind him.
So you can see his own back.
Oh, my hair is fantastic. His hair is perfectly groomed.
And
It's in that sort of like, devil may care, the wind does it what it
Yes,
wants, but
and
only the way I want it
Yes,
to.
and I am able to manipulate object. I am able to cast magics through it. I say I'll envision a random. I'll go back to the ashes of Shapeir,
Mm-hmm.
and then I'll just cast. I'll use move earth through the pinhole to like shift the ground that he can see.
Now, does it work in reverse?
I'm not certain. I've been cautious. I assume it would.
So,
I've been cautious enough to not let anyone notice that it's there.
So it could be a liability of sorts, but you want control of it, so definitely a strategic advantage.
It doesn't look like the staff used to look either for the two of you that are in there with it. It's sort of a white oak. It just has the same little notch that these staff had previously.
Almost looks like it almost looks like a lantern cage at the top, just made of wood.
An artist, Melodious. I want you to puzzle along the thought lines of what this staff does, being presumably a spatial portal of sorts on a stick, and then combine that with the potential of that shard.
Are you talking about the Taras gem?
Interesting.
Which
Literally make the world fall apart in every place at once. Is that what you're thinking?
Something along those lines, or unravel boundaries between worlds.
Oh, just for your edification, it does not seem to have any sort of planar restriction. I was able to look in on the two of you inside your mansion.
Interesting.
That's reassuring.
For your edification, we've researched the shard of mirror that she has. It has a pair of brothers. One is held by Garjin, and it is the unity end of magic. It represents order, structure, discipline, that sort of thing. The red one is the natural state of magic, which is entropy. Speculation is that the Tarask gem may be this red shard.
I'm going to look into the staff, and I'm just going to imagine the third of this set.
You don't know enough about the third of this set.
So does it show me anything?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sort of like you can't teleport to a place you don't know. You can't scry on something you haven't seen.
Got it. I just didn't know if this staff sort of bypassed that restriction or not.
No.
Okay. It's possible. Could I do any sort of like logical connect, like sort of leap to confirm that?
You'd have to understand the legends about the gem more. If you spent about an hour with them going over the research, you could
make an Arcana roll.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you go ahead and sit down with him?
Sure.
24.
The Tarask gem is more stone-like. It looks like a ruby, but more like a raw ruby.
Yeah.
It looks imperfect, which makes it seem dissimilar from the look of these other items. It could be, but you doubt it. You certainly can't prove it's not based on legend. But it would not fit.
Like, it wouldn't fit aesthetically, or it wouldn't fit...
It wouldn't fit aesthetically.
Yeah. I'd have to see the gem, the shard that Garjin has.
I presume at some point you called Garjin up and showed it. That was
If
part of your hour.
Yeah, if I could, yeah.
You saw it, and it was a round disc.
Yeah.
Perfectly flat. The shard is jagged and crooked, but it's
They're all like they're both unnatural shapes, or like something that wouldn't be man-made necessarily. It seems.
the blue one is almost too perfect.
Yeah.
The shard looks like a broken shard of mirror until you look into it.
Yeah.
Like you could pass off the shard as a broken shard.
Mhm.
The blue one, if it had a setting, you could probably pass it off as a hand mirror that just had a weird blue glow to it.
While I can't for certain deny the claim that the Tarask gem is the third of this set, I highly doubt it. These two, simply from looking at the two and comparing them, they're otherworldly would be the term I want to use. They are, while they are reminiscent of things that mortal hands could make, they are, by definition, things mortal hands could not make. The gem that the Tarask is in, the Tarask energy resides in, according to you at least, not only has power from a Tarask rather than from the well at which all magics were born, also is made of a stone, an unformed and what's the term?
Unworked.
An unworked stone.
And you've seen it because of the
I've
the
seen
portal. Yeah,
It's not otherworldly. It looks like something I could make if I didn't care about my work and had a vast power source.
Although the question then becomes, what is its point of origin? It does bear notation that, Melodious, you made a point that the red shard would be the natural state of magic and thus might bear a more natural appearance compared to the very orderly and perfect appearance of the shard of unity and binding and order, and the chaotic and jagged appearance of the shard of raw energy.
I imagine that.
However, if that is indeed not the shard, what is it and what did it come from?
I imagine that, well, if Ruby was just simply a ruby, it was mined.
Rubies cannot hold that much energy.
Well, depends on from whence it came,
also depends on how much blood sacrifice is done to it.
which apparently was a lot. That being said, I would imagine that if if this third shard was in fact a shard of entropy, it might not look at all like something you could recognize. How does one recognize entropy? It's not really something you can identify visually.
No, entropy has quite the distinct marker. It is decay. It is
Incorrect.
things falling apart.
It has a distinct trail. It itself is not distinct. What entropy leaves behind, we can see quite clearly. But where entropy is and where it is going is much harder to discern.
Which leaves us even more in the dark, unfortunately.
This is some pretty high level physics for the Bronze Age.
It's magic. Like, it literally is magic. A wizard literally did it.
Also, entropy as a concept has been around for a long time.
Yeah.
It just hasn't been.
Like, the Greek philosophers would have discussed things like entropy. They wouldn't have used the terminology here, but
yeah,
this is the terminology that's best to communicate it in modern English. So, rather than discussing it in ancient Greek.
rather than talking about entropos,
Which,
talk about entropy.
to be fair, none of us know ancient Greek, so you know.
It's a shortcut.
Or do we?
Well, I imagine.
Like, it's not like, wow, the blue one's nuclear fusion and the red one's nuclear fission.
I imagine that while the Tarask's gem might not be the shard you're looking for, the chaos and destruction it leaves in its wake may very well be symptomatic of it.
We should have a better idea when we come in contact with it.
Well, as I've indicated, I have a map of the complex. Once we get there, we should be able to make the shortest route to it. Rather than wandering around, these caverns look to be quite complex.
Yes. Well, we'll be leaving at dusk tomorrow.
Very well. I'll be prepared.
We'll meet in the teleportation circle.
Curiosity. So would it take me teleportation circle to a tower and then teleport along the ley line?
That would be the safest way to do it.
Okay. So I would need both of those spells. All right.
Yeah.
Just wanted to check.
You could attempt to hook onto it, but there would be a risk of failure.
Yeah.
Can you slingshot around the sun?
Basically. Except, no, it's more, do you want to dive off of a waterfall and into a river and then continue swimming and not just be swept away by the river?
Yeah. I just wanted to clarify what spells I would need to have prepared.
Yeah.
Because I don't currently have teleportation circle prepared. Although it's a ritual spell, so I think. Is it?
You also may want to way back,
Yeah.
but,
Well,
Like,
teleportation
that's gonna
circle,
make a
I have more than one spell slot for. Teleport's the one that I only have.
yeah, because you can go back along the line to the teleportation circle.
Yeah.
Or ritual.
Or just teleportation circle.
Yeah. Okay.
No, teleportation is not ritual spell, so I do need to make sure I have it prepared. Well then, I guess I shall retire and prepare my spells for the next day.
All right.
Unless anyone else has any need of me.
No, I think now is the time for preparation, indeed.
Should also find the paladin and make sure that the paladin and the fighter and make sure that they are abreast of the current situation.
Perhaps you should be the one to inform them of that.
I mean, that's been an optional step in the past, so.
I will
Drow's not jumping.
through the staff. I will find them.
That's real hard because you don't know where they are.
I'm just like imagining them.
It doesn't work like that. The reason you could find the stone was because you knew where the stone was.
Okay. All
You
right.
can be like, does Duncan in this tavern?
Nope.
Don't see him.
In that case, I guess I will go wander the city.
It's not hard. They've probably returned to the tower for bed. It's
Yeah.
you spent an
It's
hour
late.
after sunfall.
Okay.
So you're
That's-
probably they're probably serving dinner. Do you guys eat in your rooms or do you eat in the dinner hall?
Well,
Oh, I'm gonna go eat at the dining hall, see what's going on, listen to everything,
Okay.
At the dinner hall.
and check out the chicks.
The dinner is probably well over, but what they do after dinner's over is they just open up the doors and anyone who's hungry, like
Leftovers.
all the poor people and the peasants who can't afford food come in and basically play
Clean
cleanup
up.
to get food.
Cool.
I mean, it's a way to ensure you're not wasting anything.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Faust will conjure the mansion again.
Okay.
It's the only thing I have that spell slot for is for that one spell. So
Might as well use it.
yep.
So you find them. The dining hall has been filled with commoners, smelly paupers and the
I
like.
don't care about commoners. I'm not a noble.
No. That doesn't mean it smells good.
No, but I don't care.
Probably
We've been on
in
enough
the tower.
adventures that collectively we probably don't care.
You've smelled worse.
Probably.
You've
Gallad-
smelled worth in every sense of the term.
Galladier probably hasn't. Like,
Well, I was in shape here.
you've smelled things that are worse, but you haven't smelled
No,
worse than this.
You were around a smoky burnt flavor. I emanated a smoky burnt flavor.
So,
Okay, gotcha.
He
Okay.
has smelled actively worse than this.
Yes.
so
Yeah, Duncan. Good to see you again. You know that our trip to the ship was
out of curiosity,
mostly success.
are you down in the dining hall as well, or are you okay? So you see this interaction. You
and I
are
already-
aware of it.
You were helping me with maps, so you already know what's up.
Yeah, but he's got some information on the shards.
Well, apparently I will recount the events of the ship.
I presume in your typical
In
bland,
in
exhaustive detail.
excruciating detail. Painful levels.
It takes
of
like
detail.
20 minutes.
It's almost as if you were there.
I finished eating a long time before that then.
And it seems that the shard that was acquired by Tyrell, has a pair of siblings. One blue, lawful inclined that is currently in the possession of Garjin. The connection of the two seems to have repaired Garjin to a level of greater functionality. It can now speak proper sentences, which is an event.
Interesting.
As for the third, we're not quite certain what it entails. The theory previously that the Tarask's gem was the third, I have doubts about, primarily that being that, well, A, we know where the power of that gem comes from. That's the Tarask, not the creation of all magic. But it may be indicative of the shard itself.
Also, something made from the shard.
What?
Also, the gem itself is something made from the shard.
Possibly, but the gem itself isn't the shard, I don't think. At least Gallery doesn't. Either way, I have devised a map.
From your knowledge, it's more likely that the Tarask is the incarnation of the shard
Yeah,
than the gem is.
it's more likely the Tarask is the shard.
Which,
Probably.
given the chaotic nature, it could be.
You're right. Either way, I have managed to acquire a map of the facility that we're going to, at least the very lower levels. So from down there, we'll have a much quicker time getting to the gem and retrieving it from the Dark Elves.
Always good knowing the traps that you're walking into.
Yes, well, not necessarily the traps, but the direction. The ability that I have, I'll just sort of indicate the staff, which, again, doesn't look like the staff that you've seen before. It just looks like a different staff.
Yeah.
I'll indicate my staff. The ability that I have to see through is only a very small amount.
Yeah.
Not enough to see great detail, but I'll show them the map so they can see it. This is the amount of detail that I have.
Ooh. It's all cavernous.
Yes.
It's cavernous.
I take it the blue squiggle of pen is the gem.
Yes, that's the gem.
Cavernous.
I see that whatever method you used of inscribing it, I was running out of ink.
Yes. That's strange.
Well,
My inkwell was already dry.
my gnomish friend was doing the cartography, so it may have used a lot of his ink.
Blame the gnome.
Not blaming.
Don't blame the gnome. The gnome did great work.
The gnome did great work. He did like the gnome was basically a printer. Come on.
Someone being a printer, even if low on ink, is an impressive feat.
I mean,
Okay.
But
that's not even really a word yet, but you know.
in the morning,
A printer?
at dawn or dusk tomorrow.
Dusk tomorrow.
At dusk tomorrow. we will
Actually, I
be
feel
out.
like gnomes have printers. They're just not. They're not printer
Like
as
the
in.
block printing press.
Yeah, they have.
Probably
They're
not.
like
Do they?
a gnomish printer is a person who writes down gnomish writing basically for a job.
Yeah, block press wouldn't have been invented even
So-
by gnomes.
Scribes.
Basically.
Gnomish scribes. Yes, tomorrow at dusk we'll be setting off to retrieve the gem with Melodious Tanar and I think also Garjin and company.
I see. Well, good to know.
Sounds fun.
And I take it we'll be traveling along the ley line?
Yes, I will be teleporting us first to my tower, and then to the northernmost elven tower, and then along the ley line to wherever it terminates in the Dark Elven lands.
Makes sense.
So, you've been brought up to speed.
Yes. Quite a eventful adventure, I see.
Yes, for some reason, the group of you seem to have a habit of breaking the rules of reality, and I'm getting quite tired of it. I look forward to seeing this adventure to its end.
What?
Well-
Reality? What do you mean?
This one, filled with the power of the sun, vanishes with no consequences.
Well,
The other one grabs the embodiment of pure magic and is seemingly able to control it.
Control it.
yes.
I don't have any further details.
Seemingly able to channel it.
I have no
Able
further,
to use it.
I have no further details, so I don't know. But
Yes.
things that should have burnt out multiple of you multiple times have not.
Well then, that is simply something new to learn. Something
You
new to
must-
discover.
It is. It's also irritating.
And sufficiently advanced science is indistinguishable from magic.
As there's a great number of This is a great number of memory crystals that will have to be re-recorded.
So has anybody told him about Timmy yet? About Dr. Timmy that we ran into?
No. I mean, maybe
I was
it came
here.
up.
Was I here for Timmy?
He was.
No,
It
that
was
was
right
Sasaki.
after. That was right
Oh,
after.
Sasaki was here.
Yeah,
Sasaki.
Sasaki was
Yeah, no, nobody has talked to him about Timmy.
So I'll just bring that up on a little side note. That,
Oh yeah,
that
we found
we
found a halfling that came from another world.
And then Gallagher just goes,
because
As I said previously.
so if you want to learn something, just hang around.
The problem is not learning things. The problem is having things happen with no visible explanation as to why. It's not able to learn things. You can't learn anything. They just happen.
Okay.
Well,
you're in a Douglas Adams novel, I'm afraid, Gallagher.
Yes, basically yes.
Not quite.
Unless you have a more reasonable explanation for your not being dead. Yes.
He
a
was
shrug.
once. Oh no, just
Elucidating.
Yeah, just unconscious. Never mind.
Sometimes the world does not want to be known.
Yes, and that is my frustration.
Secrets of the universe.
Sometimes if you throw yourself at the ground and get so horribly, irrevocably distracted, you miss. That's a Douglas Adams thing.
Yes.
So we're not leaving in the morning, eh?
no, you're leaving in the evening.
So the bar's still open.
Yep. Bars are always open. Assume the rest of you are getting rest, except for the two. So the two of you and Duncan are all awake.
Well, they went to the mansion rest, didn't they?
Yeah, we went to the mansion.
So you're resting?
I will, as they're all getting food because they need to eat and I don't. I will tell Gora and Kai, specifically Gora, because I don't know how well Kai does language yet.
He's 6 years
Oh,
old.
6. You're
He's
right.
six.
I couldn't remember. I thought he was like Griffin's age.
He
No.
has actively spoken in the past.
He can
You've
understand
borne
what you're
witness.
saying.
Yeah,
I
sorry.
taught him magic.
Sorry, I was thinking he was Griffin's age because you keep using Griffin as a stand-in for him.
No, he's 6-year-old.
We don't have a 6-year-old, that's why.
That's fair.
Honestly, he's probably getting close to 7.
But he will tell Gora and Kai, tomorrow the two of us are going to be embarking on a very dangerous journey. The two of you will be staying here under guard with people who will be keeping you safe.
Specifically Lane Tier.
Yes, with Lane Tier.
She has a dragon.
Yeah.
And a direwolf.
Ooh, a dragon.
They've met Lane Tier.
They're not as dangerous as she is.
Lane Tier will keep you safe. She is one of the few people that I trust with her well-being.
Lane Tier just exudes trustworthiness.
So I fast trust her. He doesn't trust anyone else. Except her.
They seem to understand. It's happened enough times by now.
Yeah.
Duncan, what are you doing? Are you just having a grand old time?
What's that bug telling you?
The mug tells you to have a grand old time.
Let's go see what's going on in the bar.
Wisdom
In
saving
one of the
throw.
bars.
Make me a charisma saving throw.
Oh boy. I
Who needs to?
can't. I guess as long as I
You can
miss.
voluntarily fail.
Hey, I missed.
How much? What'd you roll?
What? 12 out of 9. I rolled 12.
No, what was saving throw?
Saving throw.
Yes.
That would make,
Oh.
that would make it 11.
11. Okay, sorry. What am I
All right.
saving against? Okay, maybe that's 11.
You only get to 2 bar fights.
2.
You win them though.
Oh, of course I do.
You win them.
Because of the mug.
And for some reason,
I'm pretty sure he could just.
despite the fact that you're obviously drunk and have just come from a bar fight, bars keep letting you in. It makes no sense. They won't kick you out.
Uh-huh.
I mean, I don't think it's the mug. I mean,
It is the mug. That is actively the mug.
he could punch out 99% of the people in this town with one shot.
No, the mug is why they won't kick him out. The mug is how he
Exactly.
keeps getting into bars.
The mug gets him in. The bar fight's all him.
You knock out several people with the mug.
Of course. How much do I spill?
Oh no, the mug never spills. You can like
You can upend it and it won't spill.
you can hit somebody with it and knock them through a table and not spill, and then they take a swig from it and not spill a drop.
Okay. That's fine.
It's vacuum sealed mug. It's got a little child safety cap.
It's a
on top.
sippy cup.
It's a sippy cup.
A sippy cup that
You
enables
also find it like
reality warping tantrums.
after every bar fight, the mug gives you a different name for what his name is.
Oh.
Just keeps giving you a different name.
Okay.
Like it called itself Florence 5 minutes ago,
Mm-hmm.
and now it's calling itself Doug.
Next time it's gonna be Frank.
Yeah.
Steve.
Bob from accounting.
Specifically,
It gives
Bob.
you- yeah, my name is Bob.
My name is Bob from accounting.
What's accounting?
Don't ask questions.
It's in that fantasy game you play when you're thinking about, being in a
Humans and
futuristic
housewives.
society.
Humans and households. Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
The Real Housewives of Daventry.
I watched that.
What are you doing, Faust? What are you doing for the night? Just your standard.
Yeah, I'm studying. I'm reading. I need to do my tarot reading at some point.
All right. You'll do your tarot reading in them. Are you doing any readings on specific things, or are you just?
You haven't done much to improve your social links.
There's one giant social link that I haven't drawn the card for yet.
Yeah.
I actually need to do a reading, just not on anything, not on the next day, because I know the next day is currently the most significant event coming up.
All right.
Wonk.
So, are you asking it any questions?
I'm
in your communing.
I'm trying to get a sense, not like tell me what's going to happen tomorrow, but a sense of how the events are going to play out tomorrow.
You're asking the GM to actively predict what players are going to do.
No, not what players are going to do. Like, is everything going to go to hell?
So,
Is there a danger waiting that we have not foreseen?
the first card that you flip up, which is what this which, from what you understand, is what's going to be the card that the following cards pertain to.
Okay.
Yeah.
This.
Grixis Charm.
No, this is Croesus's charm.
Can I see?
Oh, sorry. It's a charm and it's Grixis.
It is a Grixis charm, but it's not the Grixis charm.
Okay, so you see an image of a goat horned devil, and it's got a bonded man and woman in front of it. But you notice the man and woman, while they're technically bonded, the chains are loose around them. You feel like they could escape, but they want to be bonded to the devil. So there's definitely going to be some sort of devil.
Yeah.
On 1 second. I have to remember which card of cups you're pulling.
Those two together.
I'm sure.
Read those two together.
Oh boy. I apologize. I forgot which one it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is the Ace of Cups?
Have you done
It's the 9 of Cups, which fills you with a feeling of fulfillment and satisfaction. This devil will in some way be able to fill or satisfy a need that you have. You pull a second card for the situation. And it is an image of this devil bound in a cage of swords. You feel that the devil itself is trapped in a situation and needs you more than you need it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the reading you get. And then your morning reading.
Yep.
Finally.
Hey.
All right. Let's unlock a whole bunch of stuff with this deck.
All right.
Oh no.
I've been waiting for this poll.
Who have I drawn today?
So this will be the first figure from the major arcanas that you recognize. I mean, aside from yourself, obviously.
Mhm.
So you see a young man standing.
Hi, Elred.
You know lots of young men
That was my first thought too.
standing on the edge of what looks to be a cliff over, standing out in a river. He has a satchel over his shoulder, and his other hand is cast out. He looks carefree, joyful. Yes, it's Elred.
Yeah, I thought so.
But like legitimately.
I know who the major arcana are. They're either diamonds or chaos lotus, and you said it was one that I recognized.
Yes. You feel a moderate amount of connection with this card because you have been speaking with Elrond for a while.
He was actively my employer for a bit.
You get back your Mask of Many Faces ability.
Finally! Gee.
Also, the daily benefit, all your spells are cast with non-detection. Your illusions cannot be seen through.
Hey!
Which means that people will finally stop seeing through your Mask of Many Faces.
Thank you.
You also feel an odd connection with this card in a way that unlocks further aspects of this deck. As the Fool, the master of his own fate, you feel that your specific connection to Elrond allows you to manipulate your fate. You may, if you so desire, roll a charisma saving throw against the deck to draw an arcana you've already drawn.
So redraw one of the cards that I've seen before. Okay.
To basically get one of the benefits
That I know I can
that
get,
you know you've had. It will be easier to. It will be a lower DC, the stronger your connection with that person is.
Mhm.
So, and it only works with the major arcana.
Yeah.
This ability. So, for example, redrawing the Fool's benefit of having non-detection on your spells would be easier for you than trying to get the endless number of dragon breaths a day because you don't know who that person is. You don't have a connection.
I have never met this person.
There's a chance you could do it, but it would be very difficult.
But thank you, Mask of Many Faces.
All right.
And in like 2 levels, that upgrades into Master of Myriad Forms.
Yep. All right. Anything else?
I think that's it for me.
All right. Morning comes. You have the day to prepare yourself for the night's raid.
You're greeted by the typical illusion form of Faust as opposed to the dragon that you've been talking to this entire time.
Yeah. You wake up, walk out of the room, and suddenly Faust looks like a human.
Human, air
Again.
quotes.
She's still used to, she's seen that form before.
Yeah,
right?
it's the one he's always
Oh,
worn.
okay.
It's the one that he's always worn until he lost the ability to do so.
See, you've gained an ability back.
Yes, it took quite long enough. But it's good to wear an old face again.
All right. So what are you all of you doing for the day?
Breakfast.
Boring breakfast or Dunkin' breakfast?
This episode's sponsored by Dunkin' Donuts.
And their Dunkin' breakfast.
No, the Dunkin' breakfast is significantly more alcoholic than Dunkin' Donuts.
Is there any
Yeah.
place here
Barley
that I can
pop.
sell
Barley
those
pop for
magical
breakfast.
bits that I still have left to?
Roll insight.
13 on the die. I think my insight's a +8. Check.
You can. It's not a hard check. You can find some places that have
Yeah,
lots of
+8,
stuff.
so that's pretty good.
Roll me persuasion.
15 on the die, which makes that a 14.
You're able to sell another 550 gold worth of
Sweet.
stuff. And bring in
And-
550 gold.
After that, are there any magic item sellers in town?
There are. There's one magic item seller in the upper part of town. Roll me insight.
18, so 26.
You don't trust this guy as far as you can throw him. He's selling cursed items.
All right,
I can throw him.
skipping that guy.
I know who that was.
Yeah.
Anything else?
There's nothing to the level of nothing to the high elven standards, but you're able to find a few peddlers. Oh, come on. Let's see what you find.
Looking for something that will help me live. Robes of the Archmagi would be lovely.
Let's see if they have robes of the Archmagi.
Probably not. At the very least, if they do, you probably can't afford them.
I have a good amount of gold now, so maybe.
Do you have 50,000 gold?
No, I
pieces?
Alright, where's the DMG?
don't know where you put it.
I don't know where'd you put it.
I thought you were in that stack over there.
No, these are my books.
I don't think Wayne has
here.
DMG.
I do not have a D.
I have a DMG.
Yeah.
It must be in my. I thought I had it out with my player's handbook. Which was a lie.
Found it.
Aha! Success.
Going on an adventure.
Yeah.
So, the first item you find is a deck of cards.
Can I identify this deck of cards?
It is a deck of illusions.
Ooh.
You
The one
can.
that won't blow your brain out for drawing a card.
No.
I kind of like the one that will, though.
It creates illusory creatures at random. If anything physically interacts with it, it reveals it to be an illusion, of course. And it lasts until you move the card or the illusion is dispelled.
Okay.
And the card can't be used again once the illusion on it is used.
How much is it?
It is 350 gold.
I'll buy that.
Don't want to look at the other ones first, or do I get that one?
I'm just going to go and get. I'm still going to look at other things.
Okay.
I'm going to get that one.
Look at some other things.
Deck of illusions is useful for me because it helps me stay alive. It's like, ha! Look, there's a dragon. Deal with that.
You find a small globe that floats around and can produce daylight.
That's useless to me.
Yes.
You found a drift globe.
Yep. Drift globe. When the entire party has dark sight, doesn't do a lot.
I mean,
Most of the entire party.
most of the entire party has dark vision. Two of them don't, but
That's easily fixed.
I can fix that for them. I can fix that for one of them.
I mean, I would have it fixed, but I have to get my devil's sight back.
You find a robe. It
That one,
is
that one, that one.
covered in a variety
And-
of strange
and
patchwork items. Strange
That
patchwork
one's,
things. It is a robe of useful
one.
items.
How much is it?
Robe of useful items
'Cause
is
that seems right up Duncan's alley.
it's only 100 gold.
I'll buy it.
Ooh.
I will buy that and give it to Duncan.
Ooh. So what does that do?
Useful things.
Robe of useful
It's a
items.
robe of useful things. So, as long as you're wearing the robe, you always have a dagger, a full lantern, a mirror, a 10-foot pole, 50 feet of rope, and a sack. And you can pull off a patch, and it will randomly turn into an item that I roll on a chart.
Okay.
And once you use the patch, it can't be used again, though. So the item is just
So
there.
how many patches? Oh.
It has patches that regenerate each day. You just pull them off, and they're things. The things vanish as the patches regenerate on the rope.
Yeah, there are some patches that are single use, but
And the random ones are usually single use.
either way, it's still a really useful item.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
If there's a rod of absorption, though, I'm spending as much gold as I need to on that. But
I mean,
I'll buy one of
I
those.
don't think there is, but let's find out. So those are that. You can find 2 of the following items. 34. Ooh. You find a ring of resistance.
To what?
Information. You can't find
Psychic
out.
damage.
From what I saw in mapping out the place, what's the likelihood of encountering things that deal psychic damage?
I mean, demons.
There are some demons and spellcasters. It wouldn't be. It's not the forefront of your worries.
Yeah.
I mean, like,
Right now I'm the most potent psychic damage dealer that I know.
You would presume it'll. I mean, there's definitely gonna be fire. There might be some cold.
I've got-
in a volcano.
I've got Investiture of Ice to cover that. Those two
and
things.
demons as creatures of madness love their psychic damage, though.
Not so, how much is it?
600.
Not for that much.
All right. You might buy this one.
Okay.
This ring stores spells cast into it.
Done!
Ring of spell stories.
How much? How much?
750.
Done. What's 920 minus 750?
170. There you go. Sometimes you roll on the chart.
Ring of spell story.
I mean, yeah, that would also be helpful. But if you have the ring of spell storing, can I get that circle of spell storing back?
It's not spell storing.
I
It's
know.
concentration storing.
I'm hearing storming.
Do you have your concentration spells back?
Yeah.
How many of them do you actually use?
A good number of them, considering one of them is flesh to stone.
Yeah, I have so many concentration spells.
Yeah, I've only got so many spells, and losing one of them sucks.
Yeah, I'm putting things on.
And I currently have an magic item in the forms of gloves of missile snaring, because my Lich Amulet is also useless and has been sold.
Your Lich Amulet is useless. Also sold. But is useless.
Does it have any stored spells in it already?
Let's find out. Yes.
What does it already have in it?
It has a fireball.
No, it doesn't. It has sleep stored in it.
Okay. I'm going to. So that's sleep is a level 1 spell.
Sleep is a level 1 spell. Also,
Not really useful at this point.
horribly useless against Dark Elves.
Yeah, actually, incredibly useless against Dark Elves. Also, the circlet doesn't help you cast more spells. It just helps you cast.
Yeah, help me
spells.
not lose the
Not
spell that I
lose one
cast,
spell.
though,
Yeah,
which is important.
but I legitimately for me, like I can use both Investiture of Ice and Wall of Force with it, or Investiture of Ice and Telekinesis with it, or like I can increase my offensive capabilities so much more by having it. So I think the one big thing that you want to use it for is Flesh to Stone.
And, like, Dance Macabre, and Vampiric Touch, and...
Vampiric Touch a concentration spell?
Yes, it is.
It wasn't one shot.
Nope, it's concentration.
And Hold Monster.
Are you even looking for any more magical items at this point, or?
If there's anything else that's like better.
There's one more item.
All right.
So, You find a seller who has 4 pots of paint.
How much?
Oh no.
1,200 gold.
I actively don't have. I have 30 gold less than that.
You could probably strike a
I
deal.
have 11. I have a -1 charisma. I'm not striking any deals.
What is it? Though?
Oh, it's one of the best magical items in the book. Is what it is.
It's one of the most hilarious magical items too. It's good. It's just all around good.
It is fantastic. I'll try to bargain him down.
Roll me persuasion versus his stubbornness.
That's a 16, so a 15.
He's got a 16 on the die.
Yeah, no. so
No,
I'm not-
he knows what he has.
Yeah. Oh well. I'll let the rest of the party know that someone's got magic paint.
Nolzers do marvelous
what does-
pigment.
Nolzer's
If you
marvelous
paint
pigment.
something, it becomes real.
It is literally Acme paint.
And how much? Can you? How much?
It's 12 pots, so 12 things.
Is there a limitation to what it can paint?
Oh, no.
Your pots.
It refills, doesn't it?
No, it doesn't.
No.
Oh,
Each pot can cover 1,000 square feet.
that's it.
What's
You can make
It is
something real.
what's the
literally.
limitation?
It is literally Acme
The
paint.
item you paint can't be more valuable than 25 gold.
Okay.
However, it can paint things into walls, like doors, or you can paint like a ladder, or
You could paint
create
a wall.
bridge, or paint a wall.
Like you could paint a wall into an open space.
Well, how much? He said it was.
Yes.
How much did it cost? How much
It-
are you short?
Short 30 gold.
I
30.
could chip that in.
I will let you know that because if I have 30 gold.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
You gonna get that instead
Yes.
of the other items?
Well, no, I'm going to get that in addition to the other
Oh,
items.
okay.
Like I already had the money for everything else.
Money did you?
I've already spent.
Oh,
the other
he
money.
picked up all those shards.
I had
of,
I had 2,570.
Oh yeah,
gold.
because you took all the offering out of the cathedral too.
Yes.
And
Right.
no one else bothered.
Actually, no.
Wait.
I forgot to put that down. How much was in that offering?
It wasn't a real church.
No.
I forget.
No.
It was several.
I saw the episode. When you were recounting all the events that happened, did you bring that up?
Excruciating detail. And it would have been as we were in a fake church. As I was looking for a key to move on to the next irritating area, they had apparently populated the pews with offering plates and coins. So I took the coin and continued on.
Right, and with all those details, I also hate you a little bit more.
What, for stabbing an inanimate, for stabbing a meat puppet?
For killing a dog!
I didn't kill
No,
the
we didn't kill the
dog.
dog.
He's the one that said
No.
kill the dog.
No, I said we might have to kill the dog.
I didn't touch the
No,
dog.
he didn't do
We
it.
didn't actually kill the dog.
No, you
Dog's
didn't, they
fine.
didn't kill the dog. The
I
dog was
woke
fine.
up the dog and I petted and Rudy and
I must have
petted it,
massively
but-
misheard that episode.
Yeah.
You probably heard me saying, "Yes, we're gonna have to kill the dog."
Yeah, no,
And the rest of us went no.
I stabbed the hell out of
Yeah,
the
because
meat
I
puppet.
didn't update my money
Okay.
for what I got for that. So how much was?
It was like 500 gold.
Oh well, in that case, I don't need the 30 gold. I just have 400. I just have.
Claws.
Charles
Okay.
still thought it was a
You
little
I
excessive.
Pots
have-
of paint and the
It
brush.
pissed me off.
Which means that I have what's 1670 minus 1200.
Airing
470.
grievances.
Yeah, 470 left.
It wasn't
All right.
talking or doing anything.
No, I was airing
Oh,
grievances.
okay.
What's the what's the name of it again?
Nolzer's Marvelous
How do you spell that?
Pigments. Nolzur.
Which book is that from the?
The DMG, the
Oh,
Dungeon Master's Guide.
Also, while I'm here, I actually want to exchange basically the gold and stuff that I'm carrying. I want to just swap that out with diamond instead, because, you know, paladin spells are a thing that need a lot of diamond, apparently.
Roll me a persuasion check.
Hey, that's what I'm good at.
Yes, I currently have my robes and gloves of missile snaring that I haven't used all campaign. Not for lack of trying, mind
24.
Because no one's been throwing range attacks at me.
You very easily get a 1-to-1 deal on these. On
Cool.
that to get,
Does
Trade
this
up or down.
require a performance check?
Nolder's pigments?
It does not. Okay, good.
No.
If
If you're under duress, I might make you make a dex saving throw to not
Okay.
mess it up, but
So I will come back. As I walk up to Faust, first I'm going to try to cast Sleep on him out of the ring, just to get it out of the ring.
I have too many hit points for that, but sure.
It's not going to work. I just sort of point at
he
Faust.
points. He's wearing. He's got some new bling, and he points at you, and you feel the spell wash over you, like just sort of like goop.
Yeah, just like I could probably tell it's a sleep spell.
Yeah,
Just
Yeah.
like, boom.
Just had to get it out of the ring.
Fair enough.
Hand you the circle.
It's like what's the hit points that you can put to sleep? It's like 48.
At level 1, it's not enough to put you to sleep.
It's no.
It's like
Yeah. I then spend. I put 5 castings of shield into the ring and take a long rest.
All right.
that's actually really useful.
Yes,
that's
it is.
the day. I figured you might be down for that item when I rolled it.
Yeah, that's 5 free shields.
Nope. You wear the ring on your middle finger for
Basically, yeah. Just like, ha, I cast a spell on you. No, you don't. Magic missile. Fuck off. I also, no, that's useful for me, actually. It's really useful for me.
All right.
Because I can just go through deck of illusions. Okay, get away from me.
Okay.
You keep the pigments as well?
What?
You hold on the pigments or hand them to like Tor or something?
I'm gonna hold on to the pigments
Alright.
for now. I'll probably hand them out to other people if we need, if we think we're gonna need them in combat. But mostly
We'll clarify,
because
you have 4 pots, but they only work with the 1 brush.
yeah, mostly because A, there's only 1 brush, and B, that's all the text associated with the magic item,
Yeah, that's fair.
and I've got it on my phone. So rather than have somebody else write all that down, I'll just have it.
Austin, do I not have either of my 4th level spell slots back yet? Because I haven't checked them off yet. And I don't know. Dimension Door and Shadow of Moil. So I know I don't have negative energy flood or synaptic static back yet.
No, you don't have those back yet.
I don't have Dimension Door. Or
You,
Shadow
you haven't you haven't upped your social link with Duncan.
Duncan is Dimension Door.
The Shadow of Moil and the negative energy field.
And Dimension Door and Synaptic Static or someone else apparently.
Yes.
So you're gonna have
They-
to buy him a beer, it seems.
They're the deck of swords.
Okay, swords is my spells. Okay.
So they're swords, which is the wizard.
You have to up your social link with me and Duncan.
Yeah. I mean that's hard to do at the same
I mean,
time.
that's easy to do, yes. At the same time, no. All right, so that's your day.
Yeah, that's my day. Continue. I didn't use that.
What are the rest of you guys doing for the day?
We should probably get some healing potions before we go.
Yes.
Because you had used all of them last time.
Yes, I need to not be
And I don't
in the line of
always
fire.
trust the paladin.
With good reason.
I mean, I guess technically since you have the mirror shard, I can't heal you if I wanted to anyway.
She can choose not to.
Like she's got.
You don't know that she can choose not to do that. You haven't tried.
She's got healing word, but it's not like super strong. So.
All right.
I mean, if you want to actively resist me trying to heal you, I invite you to attempt, but...
We're gonna go get some healing potions.
All right. You were able to find potions of healing, greater healing.
Could you give me one of those pencils, by the way? Please don't.
There's potions of healing, which will do 2d4 plus 2. Potions of greater healing will do 4d4 plus 4, and potions of superior healing that will do 8d4 plus 8.
Ooh. How much are those? Superior.
The superior healing are 250 apiece.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're expensive.
How
How are the
much?
graders and the regulars?
How much
The
are
the regular potions of healing are 25 gold each. The potions of greater healing are 100 each.
And what do you, how much?
2d4 plus 2, 4d4 plus 4. It's most efficient to buy the regular healing potions, but
Yeah,
they
I'll-
take longer.
I'll buy 4 of the regulars for 100 gold.
He's doing that. I'll go ahead and get 2 of the greater ones.
Okay. 200 for the 4d4 plus 4. All right.
And actually, if I could look around, there's an amulet that I think I should get to Duncan because it would only help him. Can I find an amulet of the drunkard? I don't think it's in the DM. But it's basically it's once for long rest. You can drink a pint of alcohol and treat it like a healing potion.
Ooh.
Nope.
Okay.
Sadly, you were unable to find the.
She gives you like a curious look when you say that.
It would actively be helpful with him holding on to that mug.
Do you want to look at other potions or not?
I mean, what kind of potions do they have here besides the healing stuff?
They have.
What was the weird look about?
Me looking for an amulet of the drunkard for Duncan.
She doesn't do that.
I mean, with the mug, he already can't get drunk anymore. The mug's the one, too.
Yeah, well, the drunkard is like, I take a swig and get a healing potion.
Oh yeah, that's fair actually.
Yeah. Interesting.
There is a potion. The bottle. There's liquid in the bottle, but the liquid's invisible. Potion of invisibility. There is a potion of mind reading that lets you detect thoughts when you drink it.
I have detect thoughts.
Yeah.
Was it productive
There's a
shot?
potion of vitality that basically heals you like a short rest.
So you can drink it and can spend hit dice.
You can spend hit dice, and
Would I get my spells back?
No.
Okay.
you can spend hit dice, and you remove exhaustion.
Okay.
I made a magic item that was kind of similar to that.
And there's a potion of water breathing, which may not be useful for a volcano adventure, but
I think we're fine with what we have right now.
okay. All right. So you go shopping. That takes several hours because you have to hunt around for stuff. But anything else?
She's good at this point.
So you're just practicing, hyping yourself up, all that sort of whatnot. All right, Keslin. You're Caslin. What are you doing?
Yeah.
I have my stuff.
You familiarize yourself with stabbing things with the shard.
Forward and backward.
You do find that the shard is attuned to you. If you let go of it, you can make it vanish and reemerge from your skin.
Ooh.
So you can throw it.
I'm probably going to go buy some potions too, the minor ones, because
Okay.
I don't have much cash.
Cool.
If you need
25 gold for the minor healing potions.
If you need gold for potions, I have some. I'm simply spending my day in concentration.
Alright.
It took you significantly longer to shop because you were hunting down weird stuff and you were going to some strange esoteric places.
Yep. But like, if anybody like needs extra gold, I do
Yeah.
have some extra.
So how many potions are you buying and what level?
How much did the first two
The
levels?
the mild are 25 and they do 2d4 plus 2. The moderate are 4d4 plus 4 for 100 golds.
Probably keeps going off.
I know. It's like, I keep
Take
feeling
one of the
vibration.
second level
'cause
ones
he's
and
really
the first level
Oh.
ones.
Alright.
So 25.
I'm extremely popular. It's actually because I'm the executive producer at Final Show Films, so my phone buzzes a lot.
Man.
What about you?
I am. I'm actively very important.
This is running on my chart.
No.
It's kind of a big deal.
Kind of a big deal. But yeah, I currently have an extra 470 gold for potion getting if it needs to be done.
I'll borrow one.
What?
I'll borrow one.
Sure.
For what healing potions?
Mine's good. I have minor ones in one of the second level ones.
So wait, are we leaving today or
Yes.
Tonight.
Okay.
At dusk.
Good night.
That's why I'm
So,
I'm
yeah,
taking a
back to
long
bed.
rest to
Yeah.
recover the 5 spells I just used.
Yeah.
Right.
And let me just really finalize my spell selection because it's going to be important. Taking all my ice-based spells. Probably don't need control water for Inner Volcano.
Probably not.
Probably not going to come up.
I actually haven't really looked around at what I could possibly purchase, so I guess
Are you looking magical or mundane?
probably magical things. I'll basically try to keep an eye out on obviously more armor type things in general, but something that could work for myself or perhaps possibly work for Duncan or someone
Roll
else.
me an
so.
investigation check.
14.
I know it is specifically an action, so never mind. I was going to ask if like Duncan could incorporate my Dragon's Breath spell into his attack action, but it's specifically an action on the attack, so he wouldn't be able to.
They were pretty good about closing up a lot of those loopholes in.
That would be really good, though. Like you have 4 attacks and one that's a Dragon's Breath.
Let's
Yeah.
see.
Actually, if it's just an action, he can technically breathe twice in the round using an action surge.
Yeah, but that
Sure,
uses
maybe
an
that
action
too.
surge.
Yeah.
Like he actively does more damage using his
More
action
damage,
surge to
like,
swing his sword.
Yeah.
Roll me insight.
Insight?
Insight.
10.
There's a guy selling a shield.
That's not
particularly-
shady at all. There's a guy.
I mean, does the shield look fancy? I don't know. What's the shield like exactly?
He says it's a shield that protects you from missile attacks better.
I know who this guy is, and I know what that shield is.
He's not particularly worried about missile attacks. I already have nice shields, so
Yeah. Thankfully, you're already well shielded. That's all you find.
Okay.
Thunderstep's a really good spell.
That's not worse than what you have.
Yeah. And that was most likely worse than what I have.
I mean, it was cursed.
It was a shield of missile attraction
Yeah.
It makes you really good at catching arrows.
with your face.
I mean, if it would allow me to catch arrows for the other people on the team, I might consider that. But
I mean, it sort of does.
By making you a pincushion. Stops working when you die, though.
I mean, considering how much insane resistance I have to typical mundane people trying to shoot me attacks.
Doesn't it also give you vulnerability to piercing damage?
There's your vulnerability.
Nice.
They automatically hit you, but you take all range attacks for anything within 10 feet of you.
You know, thanks.
Oh,
So you're taking double damage, but, I mean...
I find Duncan, by the way.
Okay. You find Duncan. Duncan, what are you doing?
around? Going between bars.
Wearing
Well,
wearing a
I-
snazzy new robe.
Yeah, a snazzy new robe. Look what I got.
More than a little bit ridiculous.
No, it does.
It doesn't?
It looks fantastic on him.
Oh.
Because with my red hat and all my skins.
Duncan just
I don't
looks
care.
like a carnival freak show accident that turned out well somehow.
He
Because he has a
exudes
magic
his
monk.
own style.
Magic monk.
A magic monk.
He just has a personal little monk that he just carries around. He's like, hey, do stuff for me.
Rub the monk. It's like a genie.
Duncan, I
Carry
see,
around
I see you're enjoying yourself.
Oh yeah, just taking a day off. I should take a nap pretty soon though if we're gonna leave like in a few hours.
Have you not rested in the past?
Yeah, I have a little bit here and there.
All right. I'm not certain how that will work for you, but I'm certain it'll end up all
Want a
right.
swig?
It might make you closer.
You know what? In exchange for a favor, I will.
What's that?
Give this to Yi, and I hand you a belt.
Belt. Okay.
You're brilliant.
I take a belt.
And in exchange, I take a swig.
Okay.
Roll me a charisma saving throw.
This is why I'm willing to do this, because I know I can get saves. 27.
It starts, and you're like, shut up.
And I hand it back.
If you could not tell him that we gave this to you.
Just following Faust around everywhere he goes.
Yes.
Yes.
Whatever. Yes. Well, whatever. Okay.
All right. What you doing?
I gotta go back and rest.
Not gonna give you the belt.
I don't know where he is yet.
Okay, you go back and rest. What are you doing? You were buying diamonds, right? And then you were shopping.
Yeah.
Anything else?
That's the only person I've lost.
I don't know if there really is.
Throughout the day, by the way, a variety of people arrive in town. A weird ship made out of kneecaps pulls into port.
Fire's back.
And somehow somebody managed to smuggle dragons into the city. You didn't see them flying, but they're here now. Dredge Tier is you met Dredge Tier in a bar and had a grand old time.
Okay.
Did he outdrink him?
Dredge Tier doesn't go to bars to drink.
Did he outfight him? Got the mug.
I mean, it's less outfighting and more tandem awesome, like tag team pro wrestling style.
Would that be enough for the mug, though?
Yes.
Okay.
The mug and Dredge are of one mind.
It's really interested for. I bet you can take him. That never-ending fight.
It doesn't want to take Dredge. It wants to be best buds and get drunk with Dredge.
All right.
I don't have secret agendas. What are you talking about?
That's fairly ungood of you.
Hey, it's totally good of me.
Good people don't keep secrets.
If you knew the secrets I was keeping.
Good people don't keep secrets.
If you knew the secrets I was keeping.
I just thought it
At least chaotic.
I did good today. He did good, so you get waffles.
At least chaotic good people don't keep secrets. Mostly because that's too much trouble.
Waffle good people, though.
It's like, I could keep this a secret, but that's a pain.
We should make waffles while we're watching draft.
D20.
Alright. Anything else?
Preparing for the evening.
Alright. So you're all prepping for the evening? Alright. The evening comes, you've got your prep done, you're all psyched for battle, armored up, fully.
I have my spells prepared.
You meet in the teleportation circle.
We'll probably give the children to Lynn.
Yes.
Yeah.
Make sure that they're
Okay,
safe.
yeah, so you stop on the way. Lane Tier is in the room of the crystal shards. You bring the children in, she looks over. Ah. Yes, I shall be making sure that nothing happens to them.
Thank you.
Not a concern. I was going to be here anyway. Someone has to protect the knowledge stored here.
I appreciate that effort.
Yes, knowledge is very important.
Yes.
Best that it's not destroyed forever.
Though I will say it would be most amusing if someone tried to break in.
It's almost like that was pointed, John.
Heartseeker has been hungry. He skipped dinner this night.
Is that the dragon that's next to her?
No, that's the dire wolf.
Okay,
next
the
to her.
dire wolf.
The
Okay.
dragon doesn't fit in the tower.
Okay.
To be fair, you're not sure how the dire wolf fit through the door.
Wolves are flexible.
Yes,
Not as yeah.
but
They're not quite as flexible as cats, but
while his
No,
head
because
fit
they
through
don't
the
have
door,
freakishly free-floating bones.
his shoulders probably didn't.
I go and check the door. Is there a dire wolf shaped shoulder hole?
No, I mean he was able to squeeze through. But, all right.
Together.
But the moment that Kai runs up, like boom, flat in his back, puppy dog style. So.
All right.
So you're in the teleportation circle.
Okay.
Well, are we all prepared?
Tanar is approached in full armor, or like head and everything is covered in a strange metal. Duncan, you recognize this as that experimental steel stuff the dwarves had.
Yes.
How
nice.
Melodius is still dressed fabulously. He has hardened black leathers with red accents. He still has a cape. He's not wearing a helmet. It would mess up his hair. He does, however, have a trio of axes on his hip, and his regular large axe with on his other hip. Tanar has a poleaxe.
I indicate the water skin that is currently floating upside down next to me, tethered to my belt, and look at Melodius. Can you fix this yet? By the way, one of my water skin is floating upside down next to me, tethered to my belt.
And I thought mine was.
I'm afraid not.
Turn to. You figured out how to fix this.
It's a
Fixed
balloon.
me, but that I don't know.
I mean, you do have an innate amount of ability.
True. I pull out the shard. Do I know how to fix that?
I mean, how much do you care about it going wrong?
Not at all.
Well, make charisma saving throw if you want to try.
Let's see what happens to the teleporter.
Father, can I borrow your D10,000?
It was
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was
Your
19.
D10,000
sorry.
is Justin for growth.
It was 15.
15.
Right?
What's your charisma save is +8.
So 23.
Oh, goodness.
6,200.
I do have a cleric in backup if I need it. By the way.
Oh, this
I don't know if there's a whole lot I can do about whatever's about to happen.
It was a 23 charisma save. So.
Also, I'd rather not burn remove curse here, even
Alright.
though I doubt it would do anything.
And
This is a random magic effect, not a curse.
Yeah.
all right, it is removed instead of being replaced. The
Hey!
water skin flops down.
Thank you.
Oh,
Teleport.
As far as you know, there are no adverse effects.
As far as I know.
Wait till you drink it.
So yeah, what's everybody thought?
I was hoping for a more amusing effect.
For once everyone's on the.
I mean, you can voluntarily have made it a replacement effect.
Best
That's
that
fine.
we
All right.
Maybe later.
best that we keeps things on a good level right now.
I suppose.
Once everyone's on the teleportation circle, I teleport us to the.
Okay.
You teleport there. Melodius is arranged for an elven scryer to be able to show you where you're going to, so your teleportation is not haphazard. The inside itself has been warded against teleportation, but the scryer has shown you a spot at the base of the mountain. That's the closest that you can teleport into. That's not
Warded.
warded.
All of my spells being non-detection, does that also mean that they can't tell where a spell is coming from if they don't see me casting it?
They can't detect your spell magic. If they see you casting it, they can identify it. If they see an effect, they'll see it.
Yeah, but if they say a spell happens and they don't see who cast it, they can't tell where it came from.
Theoretically, that falls apart though if your spell has any sort of semantic or verbal component.
Yeah, I mean, if it is obvious that I am the one casting, but if like spell effect and they can't tell who the owner of the spell is.
Yeah.
All right. Once everybody again is surrounding me, I will teleport along the ley line.
All right. As long as they don't roll a 1, you're fine. I rolled a 9.
Not a 1,
9
though.
is not a 1. All right. You appear. You feel very.
That's my 7th level spell for the day, and one of my 5th levels.
So, though the earth beneath you is warm, the air is cold, and it's sort of a weird feeling. You're surrounded in this thick, wet jungle terrain. Pardon. There's steam rising from the warm floor, and as the steam rises up, it turns into this thick, cold mist that chills you. You can barely... Looking back, the jungle is so thick you can't see through it, especially with the mist. But before you is a massive mountain, and pouring down it is glowing red lava. It's slowly oozing. It looks like it's pouring down the mountain in slow motion.
Is there an entrance to the mountain?
Yes. There is an entrance, but you have to go up the mountain a bit. It seems like anything touching the mountain is warded.
How far up the mountain?
She was able to show you via the scrying. It's about half a kilometer.
Could I paint a siege engine?
A siege engine is worth more than 25 gold.
A siege ladder. Just a really big fucking ladder.
You cannot paint a quarter-mile long ladder.
Damn.
No.
That would require you to travel the quarter mile to paint it anyway.
That's right, yeah.
I mean, you would traverse it as you painted it,
And then
so
you'd be there already.
it would
Actually,
be basically like climbing. And just
Actually-
like carving handholds.
like the mountain's warded for teleportation. Could I walk up and like start painting handholds?
Yeah.
Well,
It's not.
How steep?
You're
It's
not
not very
climbing
steep.
like climbing a cliff face.
Yeah.
It's like walking up a mountain.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
No.
Okay. Never mind.
But you could if it was a cliff face.
Sorry, that's what I was thinking. It was like a.
Sorry, yeah, so if it was a cliff face, you could absolutely do that. You could paint him.
I was thinking it was a vertical thing.
No.
No. I wouldn't.
Well, let's walk to
The
Mordor.
biggest key is you're out in the open, and you see.
We are simply walking into Mordor.
Yes.
You do see a
Pretty much.
variety of horrible creatures flying around the mountain.
Right. Well, I believe we should be prepared for attack as it's imminent, and I don't have any way to render the party invisible, unless anyone else does.
I do not.
Only for
I
myself.
don't think so. Let's just walk fast.
Ba-ba-da-ba-da.
Are you going to try to be stealthy at all?
I'm trying to be stealthy.
Everybody roll me stealth checks.
I don't have disadvantage on stealth.
This is true.
Is this we're on a volcano, right? So
Yeah.
So stone camouflage.
Oh.
I'm not the worst at stealth, unless I roll an 8, which gives me an 11.
18.
17.
20.
13.
Good thing I've
27.
got 5 castings of shield prepared.
All right. What'd you get again?
13.
11.
You got 11.
So the two of you are going up.
We
Is
both
it-
rolled 8s.
Is it a group roll where the average is more important than the individuals?
No, but it
Okay.
does determine how much has spotted you.
Got it.
Well, at least I won't spot everybody else.
So as you're going up, a pair of creatures pull themselves out of the rock. As you do so, you realize they were concealed, and they're 6-legged cat-like stone creatures with dark elves riding on their backs. And they pounce at the two of you because they see you. So go ahead and roll me initiative.
Initiative.
14.
That's better. 20.
Well,
25.
you're going first.
All right. So, anybody above a 25? 25.
25.
Got it,
Yeah,
25.
25.
24.
24.
23.
23.
22.
Nice.
21.
Broke the
20.
pressure.
20.
Wow. 19. 18.
Where are you?
17. 16. 15. 14.
14.
Oh boy.
13. 12. 11.
Are you with us or not?
10. 9. 8. 7.
It's a lucky number, right?
All right.
I have double your initiative.
Whoa.
Duncan, you
Yes.
see the thing start to pounce.
Let's see where we're
Stab.
They don't see you. Oh, yeah, they see you. Oh,
Yeah,
you're
see me.
intercepted in
Yeah,
the face
I'm
with
gonna-
it.
He's
yeah.
one of the ones that's about to get pounced on.
Yeah, I'm-
Are you attacking the
Intercede
the
between
stone
the
creature or
wizards.
the
If you roll a
rider?
natural one, you'd be going before him.
The stone creature. Because whatever.
Because
All
I
right.
have +0 to my initiative.
Intercede.
So what do I do now? Just attack, right?
Yeah, roll me some attacks.
I mean,
Roll him
I'm
attack.
just the meat shield here. I don't need a
25 to hit.
Yes, 25 hits.
Okay, so we do damage now. If I remember how to do this.
While that's going on, Holly, what are you doing?
Um,
Duncan is shredding this thing in front of him.
Are you saying rude things about my existence behind my back?
No, I'm saying we're gonna make waffles after we're done here.
we were talking
Ooh, I want
about,
waffles.
Yes, waffles.
we were talking about other plans.
Actually, we might actually make waffles.
No,
We're-
because I'll tell you later. But yeah, we were.
Does a 14 hit if he's trying to hit me?
No, 14 super doesn't hit.
I rolled 2.
Waffle sounds good.
You know, I
Okay.
really,
See what happens with this dagger.
I really
Stab
want
it.
to.
Stab
Yeah.
it so hard.
Stab it.
You want to stab a rider or a mount?
20 hit?
Let's do a rider.
20 hits.
Good. I'm glad to hear that.
Let's do a rider.
Are you throwing it or are you jumping on them?
How far away are they from me?
Duncan and you're probably in front. You and Faust are generally in the middle, and then Rudy and John, I'm assuming, are in the back. So about one is about 15 feet in front of you, and then one is about 10 feet behind you and off to the right.
They're unaware of her, right?
They are unaware of her.
So for your attack, you get advantage.
They'll be aware of you real quick, but
I'm gonna pounce it. I'm gonna
you
go
went
all
from
out
the you rider or the mount?
Rider.
Rider. Okay.
Do you have advantage on this?
Roll me an attack with advantage.
You never told me what's my attack on this. What's my
Treat it the same as your dagger, and I'll let you know what's different.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. How much damage did you do, Duncan?
56 damage on 3 hits.
Okay. Roll again. Yeah.
All right.
Were you attacking a rider or a mount?
The
mount.
Okay, 16.
26.
Chunks of stone rip off of this thing, and it seems injured but angry. What'd you get?
26.
You hit. All right. So roll a. So this dagger actually does a d6 damage, although it's a short sword.
Okay.
So roll a d6, add your dexterity and your charisma modifier.
Okay.
Axe warrior.
Yeah, that's 24. Oh wait.
No, 6 plus 8.
No,
so
I'm sorry.
now you're safe. You're modified.
Sorry, modified.
I need that d10,000 again.
Thank you.
That's
14.
Oh,
14.
bother.
Oh, she's using that thing as a knife?
It's powerful, but it has some drawbacks.
Yeah, well, that's okay.
4,000.
The rider's teeth become sentient.
I really want to see what happens.
If the rider dies, let me know. I have a reaction prepared for it.
Right,
I
it becomes
see.
sentient
Yes.
like one of those little wind-up clapper jaw thingies.
That's a look.
Oh.
Just roll.
Okay.
Did you just rip it from the universe? Or turn it into a chicken?
All right. Nothing that you're aware of at the moment.
The nearest
That's
star
even
is one
more
supernova.
But you took 14 damage.
There's
Rudy.
a comet heading
All right.
towards the planet.
I'm gonna shoot something.
What you gonna shoot?
Yi disappeared and appears in the Drow Queen's bedchambers naked.
That is on this chart. It says the nearest paladin.
The nearest paladin appears in the nearest queen's bedchambers naked.
I want to keep stabbing till I get that.
Staggering smite?
With what? I mean, you've got some options.
All right.
The rider or the mount is what you're
So rider of the mount, and there's two of them.
He is
Which one?
fly.
Okay. There's two.
The one on Duncan or the one on the wizard?
I was waiting for
The one on the wizard.
The one on the wizard and you rider or mount.
Rider.
Someone just stabbed the rider. So yeah, go ahead and roll me an attack, and you have advantage. So roll 2 dice and take the
That
better.
guy charges premium as well.
I'm Paladin soon.
22.
22 hits. Roll damage, and you get your sneak attack.
You mean Northia?
So that's 7.
No, Northia's balance. I'm trying.
Well, that's a lot of dice.
One of those.
The desire goddess.
Yeah, the desire goddess.
31.
Her paladin's charge.
31 damage? Yeah, that you shoot him right in the back shoulder blade. John.
I can stealth back again.
Pardon?
I can stealth back again.
If any of the human
Yeah. Oh yeah. You can duck out of cover because you have stone
Did any
camouflage.
of the
Throw me a
humanoids-
stealth check, and you probably make it.
did any of the humanoids die?
No.
Yeah.
20 on the die.
Yeah.
That's a 20. You're gone.
They didn't even see you. Like there's an arrow in him. He has no clue where it came from.
Who has a bow? I don't see a bow.
Don't see a bow.
This is a bow. There's no bow here. How many of them? So these rock creatures, do they look like they are made of like rock and lava, or just rock?
They're gargoyles.
They're gargoyles.
They're similar to gargoyles.
Similar.
So
Do
they're
I-
not technically made of rock.
Do you have
Their
any
hide
idea
is
if
just
they
rocky.
are particularly vulnerable to cold damage?
You would not suspect they are.
In that case, what about thunder damage? Would I have any idea?
You don't suspect that they have any particular vulnerabilities.
Okay. In that case, I focus through the staff a point above and behind the rider of one of the mounts.
Okay.
I'm going to cast Cone of Cold through the hole. Cone of Cold.
Because you're surprising him, I will give him disadvantage on his saving throw because he's like, what? That's not how that works.
Just pull my staff over and go.
Yo, the thing is, he made his Arcana check, so he knows you're casting the spell. Which makes it worse.
It's a Constitution saving throw.
Constitution saving throw. Okay, Mount. Rolled a 2.
That's from nowhere.
8.
The rider also rolled
4.
a 2.
4 or 7.
They think they're surrounded.
8. Somebody keep track of this because I can't count.
Oh, is it the one on you or the one on your foe?
The one on me.
Okay.
8, 8, 4, 7.
Okay. 27.
6,
33.
7,
40.
7,
Rider's dead.
8. All
Rider
cold damage. And as the rider dies, I use my reaction to cast Soul Cage.
55.
And then as the rider dies, I reach into my robe, pull out a silver cage, flick open the thing, and a basically sort of like a beam of dark energy just sort of erupts from the frozen corpse and goes into the cage.
There's a glowing purple flame in the cage now.
In the room.
Tarell just shouts out, "Happy now?"
Yes!
All right, it's their turn.
This is my life now.
The mount still gets.
I was wondering
his
when that would
attack
get
on
used.
you.
How's the mount doing, by the way?
We're gonna find out in a second.
55.
Oh, because it has residual effects from whatever horrible things that dagger did.
Also the
Stop
drow
rolling
is,
natural 20s to hit players, Austin.
the drow on it is a statue, is a frozen statue, by the way.
Yes.
A drowsicle.
So thrown off by the weight of the rider dying, the thing pounces clear over you and smashes face first into a boulder, and its rocky hide shatters as its skull cracks.
So, Court of Cold, Soul Cage.
And you stood there, it's like, what the? Okay. The one on Duncan. Dice, there are numbers between the 1 and the 20. There are numbers in between there, I promise.
Okay.
I promise.
Are you sure?
No.
I don't think I believe you.
I've now used my 6th, 7th, and both 5th level spells.
The creature goes to bite you, and it breaks its tooth, and its mouth jams. It can't bite you anymore.
He missed and bit himself.
I don't know why I'm rolling dice today.
You're not rolling dice today.
I kind of need to.
Are you sure you're not rolling a D1, Austin?
Is there such a thing?
It's a coin. It's a coin.
It's a coin, and it has the same thing on both sides.
Why even use it?
It lodges its other one of its claws into the rock side, and it can't free it. It's now entangled. There!
Duncan's just sort of standing there like, what are you doing?
I don't know what that magical dagger did, but
It's a miss.
It didn't even hit this
But
one.
it wasn't a 1.
It's the mug.
Okay.
It's the mug.
What's your AC?
No, this is the
19.
one you hit is
There you
already dead.
That's the one that's frozen?
The
Oh, I didn't
And now the shadow.
The rider lashes out with a whip from the top of this thing and hits you.
Okay.
And because you're engaged in melee, he gets sneak attack.
Whip Rogue. I have a soul in a cage for 8 hours now.
Technically, when your mount can make attacks, it's really good for rogues.
Oh yeah.
wait, don't you have to?
You have to have an ally in melee to
You
get
have to have an ally in melee.
Mount counts as
No,
a-
I thought it was
No,
only
no.
if you got advantage on the attack.
No.
or advantage.
Or it's either.
It's either.
Yep.
Either or.
Well, yeah.
Advantage.
As long as you don't have disadvantage, as long as you have an ally in melee, you can get sneak attack.
Okay.
You take 25 points of damage as the whip snaps right in your... Like, you watch the stupid thing in front of you, and then the whip snaps right in your face and gashes your throat.
Yeah, your answer to probability in 5e, Austin, is rogues.
All according to plan. Use the
And-
incompetence of your mount as a distraction.
Yes.
I just kind of...
Must be.
The rider isn't aware of me, so I'm just going to take the opportunity for Eldritch Blast, because it's 3 beams now, so...
Roll me some advantage attacks.
No, my favorite part of
That would be-
Soul Cage is, by the way,
21 on the
borrow
first one,
experience. I can give myself advantage on my next roll
23 on the second one,
by stealing from their memories.
and 18 on the third one.
Thanks for using
18 misses.
Alright, so
tormented
first again.
souls of the dead to your advantage.
That is 10 points of
I
damage
don't care.
and 9 points of damage.
I know you don't.
They can't feel it, mostly.
And
Ignore the screen.
Zachary.
So there's a rider and a beast that is apparently a couple
Incompetent.
screws loose.
Also,
Yeah.
to be fair, this had happened behind you, so you may not have noticed.
I mean, you may have seen the soul
Well, you
flyer.
heard-
That was my low
Wait.
initiative.
You heard, yeah.
Yeah, he was distracted by the soul cage thing.
I heard a massive stone beast shattering, and that's what made me actually turn around.
Go ahead. What you doing?
How big is the beast?
About the size of a horse.
So what you're saying is I could indeed try to jump on top and grapple the rider.
Yes.
That's exactly what I'm doing.
Since the beast is entangled, I will allow you to do that.
Awesome.
Are you trying to take the rider down off the creature with you?
Sure.
All right. Roll me.
Acrobatic? I mean, no.
Because I don't have a healing.
athletics?
Roll me
That's-
athletics.
Athletics is normal for grapple, so.
So first.
Athletics in your grapple check.
You made it.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah, especially on a 22.
Now roll me. Go and roll me attack to make sure that you actually get a hold of it.
Roll an
8
attack.
hours.
Cool.
Soul Cage is a really good spell.
You have a soul in the cage.
Well, 8 hours or 6 uses, but
Uh,
so I can heal myself 12d8 times.
20.
For 12d8 total.
All right.
Or give myself
you-
advantage 6 times.
Run up the thing's trapped paw You put your shields inward to each other, and you just crush this guy between them and pile drive him off the horse, or off the creature.
I didn't know you were headlocked in this campaign.
I mean, you know.
So you've got his arms are free enough. He can still make an attack as long as it's not with his whip, but he ain't moving.
Nice.
And back to the top, Duncan.
I'm gonna finish off this mount
There's a
thing.
Derposaurus in front of you. Okay, Holly, what are you doing? I'm sure the mount will be dead by the time he's done. You have an advantage on attacking it because it's entangled.
Is the rider still alive?
Yes. He's
Currently the
underneath
filling of
the...
a paladin sandwich.
So anything over an
You can get
18
to
will
his head,
hit.
though.
Can I get to his head? Okay.
Roll an attack.
No, he's an elf sandwich. You are the bread.
21.
Hits.
I mean, or it could also be a shield sandwich.
No, because the shields are the bread.
Yeah, you can like if you return
You
like
don't, you don't call it a wheat sandwich.
you call it a ham on wheat.
That's fair. You can call it an elf on shield.
Elf on shield.
Anything over an 18 hits, right?
12.
12 damage, and... Okay. It begins raining on him. And by extension, you.
Taro just starts laughing loudly.
Rudy?
So still alive. The other rider.
Pardon?
Who's still alive? The other rider.
There's one rider, and the Derposaurus is about to die.
Yeah, he's gone. He's got to be gone by now.
What? How much damage did you do?
We're still on.
Oh, okay. Let me know when you're done.
He's dying in fashion
She
here.
rolled really poor.
16.
What'd you do, Rudy?
Alright.
Are you already down an extra d6 for every successful hit?
I rolled 35 dice.
Oh,
I only get
he's
35
remembering.
damage.
He's remembering.
Hang on.
He just rolled 3d6 on something, so yes, he's
Yeah,
remembering.
I hit all 3 times on that, and then my boot went critical.
Nice.
I mean, it's not
Give
that
me
much.
one
at this
moment. I'll be
point.
right back.
My boot went critical is an interesting statement.
You know? The head kickers.
So anyway,
My boot went critical is my
Six, seven,
thumb
eight,
is my.
he just took 91 damage on that. He had 56 before, so.
Are we playing 5th edition or are we playing 3.5?
I rolled these things and then
We're
I
playing
bought 5s and
position with a
6s.
magical item invented by Austin who likes
Yeah.
3.5.
Well,
Like,
Fair.
all my
Austin likes
6s came up 5s and
3.5, so yes, this is
6s.
gonna feel
Okay,
more like
1,
3.5.
1, 2, and 3. That's 6
Yeah.
6 of these.
Yeah.
Okay, and my 8 came up. Never went down to a 6.
We
either.
believe you.
It's just, I mean, the only time I rolled a 1 was on the 4-sided for my
Yeah.
boot. But then, of course, it adds 5 to that and doubles. So.
Turns out, when you build an entire character with the premise of smash everything,
Well,
things will be
like
smashed.
Austin has to roll a d20 whenever you create. Austin has to roll a d20 to see how.
Oh, to
hard
see
it
it work. Oh, that's right.
so
Yeah.
it might do more than just double.
Well,
It might triple.
but 91 points. So I don't think he can take that
I
anyway.
mean,
Whatever. Noise from the outside.
the crit's the last thing to go off, so it
Yeah, I
would be
know.
like enough to just punt the head over the mountain.
Well, yeah.
Sending a message.
Sending a message.
Punch this head.
It's just this gargoyle's head just lands in the middle of, like, it flies up into the cone of the volcano and just lands in the ritual room.
On top of the crystal.
Yes.
So there's just a skull with glowing red eyes sitting on a pedestal.
I mean, I can do one.
It's just like, okay, where'd that go?
I just like pull the staff aside, watch it go.
You just get that really nausea-inducing, like, tracking camera where it's just like,
Well, it's not nausea-inducing for me because it's watching it like TV. It's not like it's like in front of my head. So
Excellent.
we've got a TV on the stick.
I just envision it being like the slide in Bullets and More, where it's like,
Yeah. I look forward to seeing what happens when I put the gem here.
everything dies, so please don't.
No, everything dies if I choose to make
Don't
everything
do it.
die.
Don't risk that.
That's not how that works. Don't do it.
Let's not risk that, shall we?
Exactly.
If you try to combine gem and staff, I will kill you.
So How much damage?
81.
That might be the one time
81?
where the paladin
Okay.
I agree is that is too
And
dangerous.
so he took 56
Yeah.
before, right?
So you smash the creature across the shoulders several times, and you notice that its neck has turned nice and crystalline,
Yes.
and you jump up in the air and like Dire style both feet into the thing's head, and
Its head gets sent through the rest of its body?
everything within 6 yards is covered in shrapnel of this being.
I
Like,
just
you
climbed
kick
off.
the head and the whole thing
Yeah.
just shattered.
I just climbed off of it from grappling the rider. So
You are covered in shards.
So, yeah, well, he's
Ping, 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 ping.
just a bunch of rocks.
What'd you do, Rudy?
Are you still grappling?
Yeah, he's still grappling.
The
You can shoot
rider,
him.
the rider
I can
still.
still. Okay. I'm gonna shoot him.
You do get sneak attack.
And I still get advantage, right?
Yes. Because he still doesn't know you're there.
It has more pressing concerns.
No, he
pressing
doesn't.
concern.
Yes, that was the pun. Yes, congratulations, you found it.
22.
22 hits. Roll damage.
It's a sneak attack.
I don't suspect he'll live.
What's the sneak attack?
And if he does, I'm just going to like ray of frost. Alright,
7d6.
7d6, yeah. You have almost a fireball in sneak attack.
I mean, fair, he hasn't been
What's the-
super injured.
Plus the actual.
Plus the actual like damage of the weapon.
And John, what are you doing while this is happening?
Depends on if it lives or not.
Which I mean, it's a
Are you gonna do
cost, so
anything if it
is a
doesn't live?
D6. It is a D6, isn't
If
it?
it doesn't live,
The
look
crossbow
around
damage
see if
is a
anything
D6,
else is
isn't
coming
it?
out.
Yeah, you're shooting people with a fireball.
If it does live, I'm just gonna
28.
Cantrip. 28.
uh,
Oh, he does live.
wait. Why don't I? Oh, I do. It's my spell sniper thing. That's why it's for some reason in D&D Beyond it doesn't list the spells you get via feats in your active spells list. It lists them in your attacks.
And stuff again.
So I'm going to Ray of Frost him.
All right, rolling an attack with advantage
Uh,
because he can't really dodge.
That's a what's my to hit?
Probably plus 10 at this point.
So 19 to hit plus 11.
19 hits exactly.
Yay! 3d8. 7. 7. 7.
21.
Something turns into ice and crushes underneath you.
Slap.
Spell sniper, I ignore cover, which is nice. Also, my range is doubled.
All right, and end of round. You see a red dragon flying in from the distance.
Ah, here comes Dread.
We smile and wave.
Towards us.
Yep.
Let us see if we can get further up the mountain, shall we?
Yep.
All right. You book it into the cave.
I do. I don't know what the rest of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was there anything exciting on the besides the whip that guy had?
No, just basic military gear.
You don't need more weapons.
No, not really.
You're already carrying like 30 different weapons that you don't need.
No,
All right.
I just have plate mail for some reason.
And you enter the dungeon. We're gonna take a quick 5-minute break.
Sweet.
Okay.
Before we traverse the dungeon, and we'll be back momentarily.
Great.
Also, you're not one to talk about making poor decisions related to magical items.
And we're back.
Okay. If you want to have a discussion
Someone
about...
banged the table and it cut off Zachary's head.
Zachary banged the table and cut off his head.
He was banging the table first. I'm pretty sure that was...
No, I think I bugged West enough.
Anyway, so once upon a time, you guys entered a hole.
We did.
Welcome to the hole.
Is it this hole, or are we too high up?
You're too high up.
Okay.
All right.
So we gotta go down there.
So you walk into a cavern.
Ooh. I have an idea.
Is it a good idea?
It is
No.
a very good idea.
All right. I want to hear. I don't know if I want to hear good ideas. But
As we step in, I pull the cage out, and I'm going to use Eyes of the Dead, and I'm going to name the passage down to the next to the next floor.
what does that do?
Eyes of the Dead. You can use an action to name a place the humanoid saw in life, which creates an invisible sensor somewhere in that place if it's on the plane of existence you're currently on. Since it remains for as long as you concentrate, up to 10 minutes, as if you were concentrating on a spell. You receive visual and auditory information from the sensor as if you were in the space using your senses.
So you're basically going to walk back to yourself?
Basically, like I want to use his experience to guide us to the correct location.
All right.
If he's ever been there, which I'm hoping he has, considering he's a guard.
So, first, the cavern you stepped into is dimly lit. The walls are glowing red, and there's a variety of it's very hot in here. There's magma flowing through the caverns in certain places, and it is unbearably hot. So you feel like the longer you're in here, the more it will start to hurt.
Mm-hmm.
So in front, there are you see where you are. There are 3 passages. One straight ahead, one to your left, one to your right.
Mm-hmm.
You see through the eyes of the thing a corridor with a spiral staircase,
Okay.
and that's the way down.
And just using my connection to it, can I sense what direction that current sensor is?
No.
Okay. All right. Turning it around, can I see where it's coming from? Is it just like a long corridor or what?
There are it looks like it's a natural. So most of this is natural cave, which you're guessing they moved into, and they've adapted in some ways. And it looks like it's the end of a split.
Okay. So like 2 passages come together?
Yeah.
So, we don't have that. Can I make the assumption that in that case our path is probably not straight ahead?
No, you don't
I
know.
couldn't make an assumption. All right. Well, I've got a sensor in the location we're headed to.
You would recognize the passages that led to it if you saw them.
Okay. If we find the passages that lead to where my sensor is, I could probably guide us there, but I have an idea of where we're going at least.
Better than nothing.
Let's put the cage back. Well then, left, right, or center? Any strong suggestions or feelings?
Divine sense?
No.
No.
I mean, yes.
But
There are horrible atrocities to all of mankind in here.
And one is in its hand.
Actually, no. You know what? Divine sense might be relevant in some regards. So,
Soul Cage is not actually undead, it's just a soul.
to your right, there
Also
is no demonic presence. To your left, there is strong demonic presence. Straight ahead, there is moderate demonic presence.
No demons, some demons, or lots of demons.
I basically relay those 3 choices, yes.
Well, we can either go by the idiom that the most guarded route is the correct one, or the moderately guarded route is the correct one. The not guarded route is probably just trapped and there's nothing there.
We can go left.
Or we can presume that it has less danger, so we can check there first and hopefully be alive to check the other ways.
We
I
don't
mean, if there's
have
nothing
time
there,
to
there's
waste.
no
The
reason,
longer
yeah.
we get here, the closer we're going to get to boiling in our own skins.
I say we
I say go.
left.
Yeah. Head
The
after
other theory could be that the moderately guarded tunnel is the one that actually leads somewhere important, and the left is more of a barracks, and we would be
Yes.
wandering into the place where the demons simply take their rest.
That could be true.
The options are likely.
The middle route would the middle route go directly into the center of the whole thing, assuming everything mostly went straight.
I will
You've
show the map.
gone down a little bit.
I will
Oh.
show the map, by the way, so that everyone has an idea that
Yeah, like it's
first of all, always
Yes.
left doesn't really work. Secondly, there are dead ends.
Yeah.
Right.
Perhaps we should go straight then.
Which is a good idea.
Let's go.
isn't it?
Yeah,
let's
let's go straight.
start moving.
All right.
Why not?
You go straight, and you come into a natural curve left. And there's a left and right. You turn left from there because there's no other way as the chamber opens up. And there are small passages off to the left and the right, and then it opens up into a big chamber right ahead of you. A massive.
Any of the small chambers ping for me? Or any of the small passages?
No. Your divine sense, that strong demonic presence that was off to the left is in that giant room ahead of you. The moderate one is off to the right.
Relay the information.
The room ahead of you, the way that the cavern curves, you can't see the whole thing, but there are a lot of sigils scribed into the walls from the little bit you can see.
Galadier,
Yes.
what would be the likelihood that you could, with your knowledge of the location of where the passage down is, use your staff to trace the route back to us?
You got a pinprick in that spot.
I go down.
All right, which passageway? The left or right?
Right.
All right, so from the right, you go ahead. It opens up into a large chamber, and there is a dark elven mage who is calling small creatures out of a portal. It's hard to get a good look, but if you want to roll me on a religion check to try to identify them.
That's a natural one. I have no idea.
No clue what these things are, but he's
Okay.
calling something. He's calling lots of little things out of a portal.
Methods. Continue on.
As you continue on, you go in. Well, he sees nothing. You continue into another large chamber that has a whole bunch of branches out of it, and this chamber is empty. There are roll me straight intelligence check. Don't roll a 20.
Nope.
Ah,
The dice, it went somewhere.
What is it?
It doesn't look like it was a 20.
What was it? Could you tell?
It wasn't
I
a
couldn't
20, so
tell.
it's fine.
5.
You recognize one of the passages as leading to the same chamber that you see ahead. You're guessing the passage is currently to your right will take you to where that is.
I follow that passage.
All right, you go down the chamber. By the way, are you going stealthily or not?
Yes, like blinking large distances rather than lots of smaller ones,
Okay.
so that it's hard to see.
All right. You see yourselves, and then the large chamber that opens up. You're gonna
So that's like the passage
you're going
right,
around.
immediately to our right.
passage immediately to the right is where that came from.
We go down the passage to our right. It'll lead us to a large empty chamber and then another chamber where a dark elf is summoning many small demons or devils.
Can I assume that if it's small demons, that it's mephits?
You know that.
Quasits and mephits are typically small
You know that
demons.
closets are a small demon.
Um, focusing again back to that hallway, we'll take a left. See where it goes, just real quick.
It wraps around into a bunch of useless
Okay,
offshoots.
so that is the only route.
That is the route we shall take.
I will lead the way.
All right, are you going? Are you stealthing or not?
Yes.
Everybody roll me stealth.
That's better. 18. That makes it
Is it still
21.
rocky? Is it still rocky around here?
Oh, it's
We're
very
inside a mountain.
Just wanted to make sure.
Just wanted to clarify.
All right, so what everybody get?
21.
27.
19.
15.
17.
26.
19.
Not bad. Well, I guess we'll just avoid that encounter then.
Yay!
All right. You get a proper look into a large chamber. Off to the right are a large number of smaller passages. They're tunnels. They look a little bit different, though. They look like they were bored, as opposed to all these other tunnels, but they weren't bored by picks. And then as the chamber expands off to the left, it connects to that chamber where the guy was summoning stuff.
Right, through there is the summoner. I doubt we'll be able to sneak through there very easily, so
Divine Sense giving me anything?
I would suggest...
Behind you, the strongest force. Ahead of you, a bunch of small.
I would suggest the
Charge.
paladin fighter lead the
And
charge.
off to your right, something aberrant.
There's something strange off to the right. Some aberration.
Well, we'll deal with it in due time. First, let's deal with the summoner.
Okay.
Because there was a passage off to the right?
There's a bunch of little, like, bored holes.
Oh, there's something caught in there.
Board hole. Is this vaguely similar to the stuff with the Tarask?
No.
Okay. Right, because they were digging those.
It's like a giant worm bore, like a giant worm.
Yeah, it looks like a giant worm and walked through them.
Yeah.
All right.
Hello, Charge.
My recommendation is the most effective. We're not going to like to be able to stealth up
Right. Let's
quietly.
go. I'll do it.
What kind of giant worms live in volcanoes? Thakwa. I don't want to run into a Thakwa.
So let's not go towards the Thakwa.
Okay.
All right.
I charge.
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 Following behind them.
So,
Well, stealth up
as
as
you
far as we can, and then start
everybody roll
charging
me
on the
perception
magic.
checks.
Perception. I don't have advantage on that.
Gnome gets advantage.
No one?
The gnome gets advantage.
Oh.
Oh, is it dark in here, by the way?
Ish. It's dim.
Perception.
I have my, in that case, I have my stone on me set to give me advantage of that Constitution saving throw.
Miserable.
Because I feel like that's going to be important. Perception, you said?
Yes.
That would make that a 23.
24.
Fancy.
23.
18.
10. I'm charging.
So who had the highest?
24.
24? Everybody got a 22 and a better.
So, the three of us.
You feel tremors in the ground as you start to step into the middle of this room to get to the next one.
Stop!
Shoot.
Does everyone
Stepping
stop?
back.
I'm already full
Should
blood,
I
aren't I?
reach out and grab it?
Roll me a
No,
dexterity check.
I thought
That's
we wanted to
Anyway.
stealth up
No.
before we started charging, ideally.
Well, this
Yeah,
is
we were
walking
just
through
talking-
this room.
Yeah, it's just walking through.
Oh, just walking into the room. Okay, so
Stepping back.
I'm stepping back then.
Reflex saves?
Dexterity saving throws for you two because you were probably in the front.
14.
9. I fall into the pit and die.
No. You turn and you take a step, and the rumblings intensify. And now all of you can feel there's something rumbling
Underneath.
emanating from
Stop
the right.
moving.
Yeah, that's the word.
Should we get off it?
Just,
Are we stepping on it?
so, like, do you stop moving at all?
I stop for a second. I mean, if you say that.
Yeah,
then
I do say stop moving.
I'm going to get off the. I'm going to get back out of the room.
I
Like,
stopped moving at all. So
can I roll any sort of knowledge to know what, like, to know that underground worms can typically sense movement?
Tremor sense. It's
Yeah, you can roll me.
nature.
Yeah, nature.
20.
Likely, yeah, this is tremor sense.
It can sense when you're moving. If you don't move, it will lose track of you.
Okay.
Everybody stand still for a minute.
can I detect any movement of it with Divine Sense at all? Like, is it moving or is it just okay?
This wouldn't be the aberration.
I mean, it might be, and if it was, then it would be a problem.
Yeah, no, that's fair. If it was the aberration, that would be a very big problem.
Exactly.
So, with everybody standing still, does the ground stop rumbling?
Yes.
Walk
Slow.
very softly.
Stealthy again? Or what?
Everybody can roll me stealth checks to see how carefully you can walk.
So glad I had Melodious fix that.
Actually, we can solve this by simply not touching the ground. I cast Fly on myself, Torel, and you, because I don't think you have fly.
I don't have fly prepared.
No,
And the three of us. So
Thanks for choosing two of the lightest members of the party.
That's all right.
the people who are proficient in stealth, who I care about.
Do I have?
They're also proficient in stealth.
I'm proficient.
Yeah.
So that's why I said. That's why I said instead of you, it would have been him because he doesn't have fly prepared.
I will, however.
I got a
That
20.
you care about, but you know, if this thing gets mad at us, it's just going to kill every single one of us
That's okay.
indiscriminately.
That's okay. He's
I
doing
don't
what
want
he
you
can.
flying next to me.
I don't want you sharing my
You
fly.
can't roll a
space.
natural one, remember. Yeah.
No, I rolled an 18 and then a 19.
Okay.
I got a
You wait.
Not as
23.
good as last time. But
I got a 23.
12.
Let's see how observant it is.
Alright.
And the three of us are flying, so we're not making tremors.
All right. So you get mostly through the room, and it actually rolled pretty lowly, so you start to feel it being disturbed again as you keep trying to walk.
Stop again. Just try to slow my pace.
Like stop or just slow down.
I'll stop.
The rest of them are across. You just need to get to the end. You just need to get to the end of this room.
I have a query.
I have an answer.
If I make a large amount of noise somewhere else, like at the far end of the room, do I think it would go there and give him enough time to get across?
It doesn't care about
It
noise.
doesn't care.
It cares about impact on the ground.
If the ground itself was moving,
Potentially.
like would I be able to draw it away?
He could probably just run the rest
Potentially.
of the way.
I mean, I'll just make. I could make just another. Because how far am I now?
At this point, stealth checks are not going to avail you.
So I cast.
The thing is aware, and it's looking.
I see.
So on the far end of the because I've got 60 foot on this because because I've got spell strength.
Or you can just cast it through the staff and have any.
Oh wait,
range you
no, that's
want.
right. So through the staff
Yes.
at the other end of the large room, I cast Maximilian's Earthen Grasp to create just a fist out of the ground that just punches a wall on the opposite side of the room from where he is.
All right. As it does so, a giant purple worm lunges out of the rock and smashes through the fist.
Now he.
As soon as it's out of the ground.
Run. We book out.
Roll me another stealth check. I know you're not super stealthing, but I just want to
No,
see
just
how much
one.
attention you're drawing to yourself.
6.
6. Full speed.
I'm drawing all the attention to myself.
All right.
Clang, clang, clang,
I
clang,
keep the earthen fist smashing as long as it can.
I don't even make clanging noises anymore.
You're literally banging your shields together on accident as you're running.
They wouldn't
So-
even make clanging noises. They're made of wood.
Here's what happens. Everything on this level charges towards this room.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
So
Time to go.
the purple worm is going to get into a fight with a
everybody
Baylor.
Sweet.
Which
We
is
are
not-
we're going to be moving that way.
Which means we lost the element of surprise against the summoning thing.
That's okay.
And
Eh?
You know,
you come face to face with a Drow warlock
I shift the concentration of my fly spell into the circle, by the way.
and a horde of little demonic things.
Little demonic things, knowledge, religion. Or religion.
Religion.
Now that I can see them better, can I get another roll?
Sure.
22.
21.
4,
These are my thing.
which is not a 1.
That's just our fun.
So that's a 9.
Religion is the interplanar knowledge skill.
So, what he was summoning. Why are they not? Do they have their own listing separate from the rest of the demons? They do.
Quads and methods, yeah.
Yeah, quads and methods too.
Well, Mephits aren't demons. Mephits are outsiders. They're more like elementals.
But they have their separate. They still have separate. names.
What he was summoning
That's what imps.
were succubi.
Well, succubi are neither demons nor devils. That's why they're separate.
They're fiends.
Right.
They're fiends, but
They're
not demons
fiends.
or devils.
Because they appear in both the Nine Hells and the Abyss. They are neither.
I disagree with that statement, but whatever.
I
They
Well,
used to be one or the other.
think the correct answer is they're both. They're it's not that they're neither, except they can qualify as both.
Regardless, there are some succubi.
how many?
7.
They're also neutral evil as opposed to chaotic or lawful.
Yeah, that's why they can be. That's why they can appear in both.
Well, in 5e they are. 3.5 they weren't. So there's 7 succubi and a drow warlock. And initiative?
Yep.
Initiative.
Hey, natural 20. That's 23.
Oh, hey, natural 20 on me.
Hey,
You're going first.
Yes,
you're
I
going
am.
first. Unless Duncan also rolled natural 20.
Unless I roll a natural 20. Oh, wait.
Not you
All
roll
right.
initiative.
Anyone above a 25?
27.
Even if I did, though, I'd probably have the last in the order.
All right,
Three of
26,
them, yeah.
20,
I don't have
26,
anyone.
25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20,
20.
19, 18,
Yo.
17, 16,
I didn't roll terribly, actually. I legitimately rolled
15, 14, 13, 12.
If you roll a 1, you can re-roll it. Yeah, because you're a gnome.
That's halfway.
That's half.
Oh, sorry.
12, 11, 10, 9.
It was a 5.
You rolled a 1.
It happens.
Dang, you might just beat me on worst initiative
All
of the
right.
night.
Holly,
That's a
what you
title I
gonna
cling
do?
proudly to.
Initial wear is right.
So, Warlock and Succubi. I think that this Warlock's life needs to be a little more interesting.
Alright, you can't reach the warlock in melee because he is surrounded by a wall of succubi.
Can I throw the dagger?
You can hurl a dagger though.
Alright, I'm going to throw a dagger at
Do you have,
it.
attack.
do you have sharpshooter as a feat?
No.
No. Oh.
So they probably had at least half cover.
No, natural 1.
I got some bad news about what this dagger does on natural one.
Oh no.
Roll me a charisma saving throw.
Doesn't have the power to end. By the way, the
We
shard,
just
by the
cleared
way,
the room.
as a clarification for your statement about how it doesn't have the power to end the world, it has the power to make the nearest star go into a supernova.
That wasn't a confirmed statement.
No, it does.
The table he's using includes making the nearest star go supernova.
So, that was a 10 charisma save.
10.
Alright.
Rolled a 1 and a 2.
This is going to be great.
Interesting.
She just cleared the
You
room.
begin singing.
Who?
Roll me a perform check.
You're casting Enthrall right now. Plus your performance. So,
She's a boner.
19.
Alright. You're singing very well, but you're singing.
And I
you
can't stop. Okay.
Also, roll me a strength saving throw.
As you start to dance.
Oh, possibly. 15.
Oh yeah, that's why. That's why
Yeah.
it's 15. No, wait, no, sorry. You still add your jack of all trades. So
Wait,
actually
saving throw?
17.
Saving throw +2.
So 19.
Oh, okay. You are able to, while the dagger flies wide, you were able to release it with enough force that it cleared you before anything terrible happened. Well, beyond you not singing.
Singing for unknown number of
Oh,
hours.
yeah, how long am I?
You have no idea.
Everything you say is just now singing.
No. You can't control what you're singing.
Oh, but dear.
What is she singing?
Some random Beyonce song.
You're singing in a language you don't know.
You're singing a body tavern song in a language you don't understand.
All right.
Does anybody in the room understand it?
Nope.
Okay.
John.
All right. Well,
I'm tempted to cast tongues just so I know what you're singing.
And you lose your second attack for the round.
I have a number of spells left. A number not being necessarily a lot, but can I tell if this, just at a quick glance, can I tell if this warlock is wearing any sort of brooch of shielding or anything like that?
No.
Okay.
The warlock is wearing very little.
Good. Good.
He's wearing the
Good to
traditional
know.
loincloth, and he's got like a demon skull as a face mask.
Good to know, because that makes it a lot easier when I cast Magic Missile at 4th level at targeting him.
All right.
Which is going to be 6 darts of force.
That happens.
All right. Somebody please add for me. 1,
2,
1,
4,
Oh, come on.
1,
Will you show
6.
up sometime?
4,
11.
4,
15.
4.
21 damage.
1, 1, 1, 4, 4, 4.
Duncan.
Strictly average.
Okay.
Not a stir. Why?
So there's a whole line of these.
Of succubi. They're strange, human-looking women with bat wings and talons.
Placement.
Actually, because of how I have the turn fiends, I could turn every single one of them at once and basically clear the wall out.
Theoretically.
If you want to risk waiting for that, if they might go before me.
Well, I can also charge past them.
No.
With only 2 of them being attack of
I have
opportunity.
16.
The thing is,
Using a shield.
you can't
Actually
pick
not a
between
bad
them.
initiative.
I can't. Okay, so
Especially
I can't do that.
considering me.
All right. Well, yeah. Since they are fiends, I'm gonna.
You like killing them anyways.
I know. But the thing is, 1 against 7. I'm gonna get mind controlled or something. I may as well make 1 attack on.
I'm curious what the mug thinks of the succubus.
I don't know yet. I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna take the time to draw that. Okay, I'm just gonna attack one that's. I'm gonna go as close to the summoner as I can, but knock out the whatever one is.
All right, so you're gonna charge the one.
I'm just gonna charge straight toward the
roll a
guy
sequence
behind
of
there.
attacks. You're probably going to kill it.
Okay. So now if I roll a 2. 14,
Now,
14
they are
doesn't hit?
immune to your cold and fire damage, so it only takes your base physical damage.
Okay.
And 14
doesn't
misses.
hit.
Are they immune or resistant?
These are immune. Normally they're resistant, but they're also
29.
challenge rating 4, so I'm upping a couple things on them.
I assume 29 might hit.
Yeah.
We'll do that then.
Succubus are typically more dangerous than challenge rating because
No
they can play
6.
the long
Okay,
game. This is
so
not the environment for that. No.
As an NPC, they're more dangerous than just as a random monster.
Yes.
11 points of damage on that one.
Okay. And what are you doing, William?
9, 21
Speaking
hit.
from my experience as a warlock, warlocks are typically not good at Constitution saving throws.
Not typically, no. Especially
12.
not elven ones.
And I
This one
mean,
make a Constitution saving throw, by the way.
4.
I need 24 points of damage I did to it.
it's not only concentrating on any spell.
Oh, it's not concentrating.
No.
Okay. I don't know.
And you know what? Anything that I run into further down is probably going to either be resistant or just have a really good con save. So he needs to make a Constitution saving throw
4.
for flesh to skin.
Yeah, no.
He is now restrained, and he gets 3 more chances to make a save. If he fails all 3, he turns to stone.
Awesome.
If he rolls a natural 1 on one of those, doesn't he just straight go to stone?
I know he still failed. He still has to fail 3.
Okay.
That's the Medusa. If you fail the Medusa's stone glare by
That's
5
right.
or more, you turn immediately to stone.
And Zachary, what are you doing? You see this warlock's skin begin to harden.
Oh, well.
47 damage.
It dies.
Okay.
Actually,
You didn't need the fire or the ice.
I up their offense and down their defense to make it quicker.
I kind of really want to hold on to. I might want to hold on to this channel divinity. I'm not sure.
It may be useful
Yeah.
later.
Yeah.
Scratch that. It will be useful later.
Yeah. Which is why.
Smash succubus.
I mean, yeah, pretty much. I think I'm just going to start beating on things. So I'm going to attack.
I mean, typically smashing succubi does not end well, but in this case.
26.
To hit?
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
I would hope so. Oh yeah, and these things do extra damage against fiends, which is nice.
It automatically does one spell level of smite.
Yep.
So 3d8 extra because that's how smite works on fiends.
Yep.
3d8. Wow.
Paladins are good at
6,
killing fiends.
3,
Especially when equipped with
6,
fiend bane weapons.
9, 7, 16, and then my natural smiting, that'll be 21, plus the 6 damage I did.
27.
Yep.
Make your second attack.
27 damage when hitting something with a shield.
Yeah, because this thing only does a d6. Wait, sorry. I didn't add strength. Yeah, no, that's another 4, so.
Okay. Roll your second attack.
31.
14.
14 misses.
Okay.
No, sorry. It's considered +1 because it's attacking a fiend. That makes it hit exactly.
Nice.
Oh.
2 plus 3. 3. 11.
While he's doing that, 1, 2, 3, 4. They're not even going to try on you. All of you roll me a wisdom saving throw.
22.
Is this a spell?
You finish it. No.
Is this a charm
also
effect?
Plus
Yes.
2.
You have advantage. Yes.
Plus 2 on all of your saves, by the way, because you're around me.
Oh well, that makes my 23 a 25.
Yes, you're good.
Yeah.
Would known cunning work on this?
No.
That's not.
So +2.
You got a 5?
Yeah.
All right.
Wait, with the plus 2?
Yes, with the +2.
You roll a 1?
I rolled 2.
So,
So I'm joining them
You
now.
got a 2?
17 plus 8.
So
17
Yeah, you're good. Rudy?
13.
Fortunately, you're uncontrollably singing right now, so it's not going to matter.
Did you add your +2 from the paladin?
Yeah, you can't do verbal components on spells while you're singing.
All right. That is going to be problematic.
yes.
Oh, boy.
So, Rudy,
Mhm.
roll me another wisdom saving throw.
Are the only people that
Um,
succeeded the
wait a
paladin and
I
the warlock
I
and the
get a
wizard?
reroll. I get a reroll saving throw.
You can use
Okay,
indomitable.
you're going to use your
Indomitable.
lucky.
Yeah. No.
Indomitable.
Indomitable? Oh, cool.
Indomitable.
Yeah.
Roll
First.
another.
Do that. Yeah.
That'd be
You
fantastic.
have a use of indomitable.
20.
A bit better.
With the plus 2?
You have luck.
14.
14?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you do have luck.
You can
No?
use that to
Oh.
reroll.
Barely
Okay.
fails.
You should be using that luck. Yes.
Oh, you're lucky? Yeah, you should use that to reroll.
I forgot I had that.
I'm gonna use my. I'll use
That's
my
still
luck
not
point
great,
to reroll.
but-
7.
Don't forget, you are still a jack of all
Right.
trades.
But 7 is not going to go to a 50.
Reroll?
And then add 2.
7, 8, 10.
Twice.
So,
So
So
I'm
good
gonna use
roll.
one luck point, and this is gonna be my last chance of doing this. Let's roll one of these.
you're going to use 1 luck per thing.
Yeah, that's the same thing I rolled last time. Isn't
No, no, it isn't.
it?
It's one higher.
15.
15 succeeds.
Okay.
All right. You feel instructed to shoot the warlock, but you don't feel compelled to hurt him, and the violent action breaks the charm.
Awesome.
Ooh.
You do waste your entire turn though, shaking this off.
Okay.
And
No,
dead warlock's turn.
Taro also failed.
Well, he makes a Constitution saving
Well,
throw.
it's not her turn yet.
I mean, yes, but it'll take
Um,
at least 3 turns for him
the
to break out
warlock-
of this.
Focuses and shatters the spell,
He has
Oh,
to
never
make
mind.
3.
even on a natural 20.
Yes.
Oh,
yep.
He has to succeed or fail 3 times.
All right.
Regardless of natural 20
In
or
that
natural 1.
case, it's back to Holly's turn.
It'll take at least 3 turns for him to do something, and at the end of 3 turns,
Yeah, it is a
you'll be able to kill him.
7th
Can I
level
stop
spell.
singing?
6.
You have not stopped singing. However, you are going to make an attack. If you're not going to get to save against your charm again because the succubi wants you to attack the paladin.
Oh, that's okay.
And that's
That's
not
okay.
and that's
That's
not
fine.
against your nature. So
That
roll an
wasn't
attack.
very okay.
It's not against your nature. Thanks.
Yeah.
It really isn't.
You made this bet.
It
Yeah.
probably won't hit you though.
Rolling attack?
I didn't do
I don't
anything.
think this is
You
gonna
did
hit.
says
That's-
little thing.
That's an
I
18.
did nothing.
Does an
He
18
planted a
hit you,
tree
Mr.
to save a
Paladin?
bunch of kids.
Zachary,
Yeah.
18 hit you?
Heck no, I have a 23 armor
Okay.
All right,
class.
roll your
Yeah.
second attack.
Oh, sorry, 21 armor class because I use a shield bash.
No, that's a 2.
No, that's a 2 on the die.
All right,
You're good.
John.
Okay, succubi need to die
Like, I didn't do anything to you people.
rapidly.
You're calling them out.
I did nothing.
You
to
have
them.
actively taken everything from me at least once.
maybe you shouldn't refer to them as you people.
I mean,
that would also.
how else would I refer to the collective of the entire half of the party that wants me dead?
I don't want you dead right now.
You will as soon as I try to wrench that item of world
I would
destruction
like
from your
to-
hands.
I would like to fly. Are these succubi in a nice line? Is there?
They're in a hemisphere.
How many of them can I get in a single line?
3
3
out of 5.
out of 5. That's enough. I'm gonna fly to where I can get a good line on them and cast lightning bolt.
All right. They make dexterity saving throws, if I recall.
They do. And actually, I'm not gonna fly. I'm gonna look through my staff and go.
Yeah, heck yeah. Do this the Stylen way. No.
DC 18.
I see. I need to stop using that die. They all fail.
Yay. So 96 lightning damage.
They're resistant. They take half.
And all my other spells are cold.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Why am I rolling like crap with my damage? 19, 21, 23.
Oh, they're moderately amused.
Oh well. I mean, I tried.
And
Duncan, did
Back to
you
me.
end up making it at the end? Yeah, you did make
Yes,
it.
I
at the
know.
end. You spent a bunch of abilities, but you.
I used all my.
You gonna thrash some succubi?
Okay, so now that I'm kind of in the middle of things, can I get to the
The warlock. Yeah, you can.
But the
He
warlock
can't
is
move.
currently
He's currently turning to stone too.
is
is he?
turning into stone.
He's
Oh,
not. He's
if
not
he's turning
concerned
to
right
stone?
now.
Okay, so
You got
I
at least
so
two
I
more
have
turns
10.
before
So I
he's
got 2 more
actually
turns to wipe out some stuff here. Okay, let's
That's
do that.
assuming he saves both of those.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm just gonna start kicking
Roll an
around
attack.
these things.
Yeah, the power of a 6th level spell. If it goes off, it has some lasting effects, even if they do
18.
good.
You said 18 hits.
Yes, William. What are you doing?
I know succubi. I know how they work. Can I tell which one of them focused its charm on her?
Yes. Maybe. Roll me insight.
Did
Yes.
any of the ones that I hit with a lightning bolt have to make a Constitution saving throw for maintaining their charm effect?
That's not how the charm works.
That's not how it works.
That's why I'm asking.
17.
But no.
Because I don't know how it works. So I actually
No.
That might be enough to kill it.
I think that's probably enough to kill it. 3 17s. 21. 51.
What?
To kill one?
Yes.
That's,
Can I kick it at one that's
You
next
can
to
pick
me?
another one. Yeah.
Or can I?
that should be enough.
That's a good question.
Oh, we're right. 16, yeah.
That hits.
You have
Okay,
massive
right.
pluses to attack.
That's right. I forgot my pluses. Okay, so this is going to go 8 points on that one.
You cave one skull in, and you kick another one in the face.
That's what this does. Using these two.
And William, what you doing?
That's great.
I'm just gonna
6 damage.
Eldritch Blast going down the line on the most injured one first.
Okay.
So the one that just got its face kicked in.
Natural 20.
Roll a d6 for me.
6.
Drop 10 cards.
All right. Max damage.
10.
It takes 10.
Hit it again.
You blast it. Just it's you blast it right in the jaw, and it's you hear a cracking sound.
25 hits.
25 hits.
9 damage.
X equals 8 damage.
All right. That one's down.
Next one. 22 to hit.
Hits.
6 damage.
What are you talking about?
It's down.
Second.
Or no, it's not down. Sorry, it gets hurt. And Zachary.
How many are still up?
3.
I'm about to reduce that number. That's 21.
Hits.
2, 4, 7, 12. 7, 12, 17 plus 4, 21 damage.
Okay, I see.
And another attack.
With 4 cards.
19.
You play a spell, any spell. You take 20.
5, 4, 9, 10, 15,
Make you take it.
21. Wait, yeah, 25.
All right.
25.
There are now fewer succubi in the world.
Always a
And
good thing.
it's their turn. I also
Yeah,
completely forgot that Melodious and Tanar
Well, yes,
are
but you're asking me.
Yeah.
You did completely forget the Melodious
So is,
Snar.
Garjin.
And Garjin.
Yeah.
Yeah, I completely forgot. They're fighting off the Balar
With the Purple Worm.
with the Purple Worm. They're in that fight.
They're teaming up with the Purple Worm to kill Baylor.
Actually, they're killing both of them.
Yeah,
They're making sure that the purple worm doesn't turn around and kill us.
Yes. Well, that's what we're saying they're doing. Yes. Yes.
That's exactly
This is all planned.
Whose turn is it now?
It's the Succubi. There are 2 left.
Yes.
Um,
Saving throws?
Now I got a 50-50 chance of killing the right one.
no, that one's already dead.
Oh, well, your charm is
Oh,
gone.
have I stopped singing?
No.
No, your charm is gone.
Roll me another. You two roll me saving throws since they seem to like you two.
Once the spell effect ends, it's
Nah.
going to remove you to that specific
No
succubus.
chance, Sundance.
24 hours.
Yeah,
What?
it's
I
only
made
the
it.
one that charm.
And you have to succeed on it to get it.
No, it's once it ends.
Even once it is, it's only that succubus.
Yeah.
That's the same thing with any charm effect.
Yeah, to this fiend's charm effect.
Yeah.
23.
23
as well
makes
as
it.
frightened effects.
No, you may want to spend a luck
Yeah.
point.
Yeah, a natural 20.
Spend the luck.
I've already
You have
spent
3.
mine.
You have 3.
All right, you can take it if you want. You can just attack
Or
the
do you want to
paladin
be
next
charmed?
turn.
I'm gonna. Spend,
Actually, this thing might die.
Might.
It's probably going to die before you can even attack me, so...
No, I'll just take it right now.
All right, Rudy. Shooting somebody?
Yeah.
Right.
Wait, was I still stealth?
No.
No.
No, because of the commotion.
You can't take a bonus action to hide before you shoot them. You can find a spot.
Yeah, there's enough
Right
commotion.
behind the paladin.
Also, you stone camouflage, so you can just hide against the wall.
You spend a bonus action to hide.
Yeah.
Roll a stealth check. You hide.
They're not
Yeah,
looking at
you probably hide.
I mean, it got an 8. I
He
don't.
can't roll less than a 10 on the die
Yeah.
with stealth.
30.
Yeah, roll an attack with advantage.
Reliable talent is a good thing that rogues get.
Oh, and before that, adept linguist. Would I be able to start little by
No.
little understanding what she's singing?
It's nonsense.
Oh, it's
It's
not.
nothing.
It's
It's
gibberish.
it's a jargon comprised of like 7 different languages at once.
It just sounds
It's-
kind of nice.
I'm the scat man.
She's scatting. Is what happens.
Yeah, she's full on Ella Fitzgerald over here.
That is a 26.
26.
I feel like you should be scatting this whole time.
26.
I can't.
It's easy.
Will hit. Roll me damage.
You should make musical sounding things like on ideas.
I don't want to scat right now.
The desire to scat is not there.
Sorry, that has more than one meaning.
It does, and that's why I keep using the term.
36.
Okay. You kill it.
Awesome.
You don't want to.
It's gone.
Okay.
It's a better thing.
All right, Holly, your turn. What do you do?
Um.
You're not charmed. Someone shot the person who charmed you in the face.
Thank goodness. Is there still enough?
There is.
I'm gonna try to kill it.
Roll an attack. Don't roll a 1.
15.
15 hits.
Yes.
Roll me some damage.
Plus your strength and
9.
charisma. Or dex
9.
and charisma.
3,202.
9 damage.
9?
9?
Roll your second attack.
Oh wait. Do I need to roll the
Yes,
hit
you roll the
first?
hit first, yeah.
Okay.
25.
Yeah, 25.
That super hits.
14.
All right. It's dead, but I kind of want to see what result it gets. 5,281.
There's always a chance
Oh.
that the sun explodes.
That's only on all zeros. That's only
Or
that's,
that
that's on
something bad
10,000.
happens to the
Yeah,
paladin.
that's the max. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Is that one of the nearest paladin ones?
No.
Okay.
As your dagger strikes it in the throat, and as it begins to die, 513 pebbles explode out of its mouth.
Specifically 513.
Wow, you're a really fast counter.
1, 2, 3, 4.
I think you just inherently know that it's exactly 513. The rest of us just a bunch of pebbles.
You hear a screech, and you turn around, and Melodious appears to be riding a purple worm
That's what I
through
thought.
tunnels, hacking at its brain, and Tanar is trying to get his axe wrenched out of what used to be a Baylor and is now several different pieces of gore
That are slowly turning to ash.
that are slowly turning to ash. And Garjin is trying to do something. It looks like he's stabbing a wall repeatedly.
You'll be fully fixed.
You can talk better.
He needs that third charge.
Or maybe he just saw the earth elemental that we didn't.
Maybe. Or he's stabbing the hand, like where the hand was, thinking it was an enemy.
About 3 seconds later, a purple worm emerges from between you, and as it emerges, a axe rips down its back and it splits in half.
I'm no longer singing, right?
You're still singing.
Oh, dang it.
Because
No,
it was
we're
the dagger
not,
that made
we're
you
not
do it.
going to go to stealth at all with you singing. Can you fix that?
Hold on, says Melodious, cracking his knuckles. I'm sorry about this.
Thought it only worked once. Lied to me.
You take 10 points of damage as the axe smashes across your face again, but you're healed.
Stop singing.
Well, you know.
Thank you. Ow.
It was less amusing.
Write your max hit points right here, and then just have your total right below it, right?
But I like doing it like that.
Okay. What happens if you actually get temporary hit points?
Let me do it the way I know.
Then the temporary hit points will go up.
I will like put a slash and put it next. Let me do it the way I know.
Okay.
Anyway,
Stop the judging.
Don't give her temporary hit points. Easy.
I think stealth is just about out of the way, says Melodious as Tanar walks up covered in gore.
In that case, speed.
Charging in
Let's
recklessly?
go.
Yes.
Charge.
Shall we go
Right.
down the stairs?
Still flying, so.
That's the other option.
Go down the stairs.
He was gonna try to use them.
With your map, you're able to navigate through the tunnels fairly quickly, actually.
Well, that's a minute, isn't it?
I don't know. No, it's 10 minutes.
Is it a minute or 10 minutes?
I think it's 10 minutes.
I think it's 10 minutes. You go down the stairs and you see one of the rooms
10 minutes, yes.
that splits off with your map. You remember there being a large demon summoning
Oh, right, there's a
circle.
stone statue of a warlock sitting in that room now.
Yes. Melodious looks at you. All right. Tanar, Garjin, and I will shut down the demon summoning circle while you go on to get the crystal. That way you don't have anyone coming from behind.
I would appreciate that greatly. Thank you.
Also, you can rush through this room. Tanar! Ready to have a party? Tanar sighs. Are you going to have the robot thing blast it with confetti again?
Yes.
No, it wasn't entirely useless. It looked very confused.
You can't fake a prismatic spray.
Why not?
Tanar face palms yet again, and they walk ahead into the room. Melodious rips down the curtain. We're home. Time to start the party. As a pair of massive demons look over, very confused, and then Melodious begins wrecking them.
Swiftly now.
You rush through the room.
I feel like at this point, Tanar just has a permanent palm-shaped indentation in his helmet.
You rush to the room,
Just right here. It's just.
and
It's like Lurtz's white hand symbol.
you get over to where the chamber with the Taras crystal.
Mm-hmm.
It's empty.
Including the crystal.
The crystal is there, sitting on a pedestal.
On a pedestal.
I walk up towards
Perception?
This is
Yes.
To
Roll me
find,
perception.
to find the trap?
I'm about to say, this is
Yeah, find
not
the
correct.
keeping an eye out for
Ooh.
traps.
All the times to roll a natural 20.
Roll me an intelligence saving throw.
Intelligence saving. Yes, I can do it. I can do saving throws. I can do saving throws all day long.
Also got an natural 20.
I mean, intelligence saving throw.
17.
Hey, I'll take it. 22.
18. Did you count in my?
Oh, thank you. 25.
25.
It's a
No,
plus
sorry,
2 now.
24.
Yeah.
Roll me intelligence saving throw.
Perception.
I assume you can do that.
Would I get pluses to my
Plus
intelligence?
2.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a 19.
What?
Perception.
For perception?
And what'd you get? Perception.
26.
Roll me intelligence saving throw.
What is perception? Plus
The gym is an illusion.
perception.
How did you
Oh,
guess?
12 to 22.
It's
24.
Roll me an intelligence saving throw.
Intelligence saving throw.
You're good at those, right?
I
No.
guessed because Dren was above.
2. My pluses? 2. Oh,
Something's
plus
off, but you
4.
can't tell. But all the other
Plus
people
4.
who made their intelligence saving throw, which DC was 17. Gem's an illusion. So's that wall.
Do I see what's on the other side?
You didn't believe it. That woman is there, holding
one?
the gem in one hand and a long spiked whip in the other.
Easy.
The Drow ritual woman.
The Drow Witch woman.
Oh, nice.
I'm going to start slowly, cautiously approaching the gem, the illusion gem. I'm going to start slowly. I'll try
Roll
to
me deception.
surreptitiously.
You know what? I can assist with
What's
this
going?
as I just kind of follow up behind the paladin. Well, it looks like they've left it completely unguarded.
You roll deception.
Okay. Do I get advantage from him helping me?
No.
Okay.
But I'll take the higher of your two results.
I want
A
to
22, I'm pretty sure, is the higher of the two results.
I don't know.
I would-
Faust is also good at this.
I would like to.
I don't have beguiling influence back, so I'm not proficient anymore. But I still have 24.
I would like to step back towards the entrance of the room, just so that I am. Hang on, let me look this real quick. So that nobody is standing within. So that nobody is standing within 10 feet of me.
All right.
Just like sort of stepping off to the side, so nobody's
I got
standing to do this.
As you approach the pedestal, the woman rushes forward to cast a spell, and time freezes.
I counterspell.
Time, no.
Oh,
it's
it's
not
not-
because
not
she
for
casts a spell. You're all standing there, unable to do anything for a moment, and a devil appears. Something you'd missed, a small rat in the corner.
I've seen.
Though
this
how
before.
could a rat have survived in the lava is impossible.
I've encountered this devil before.
Well, hey, this
It
guy.
emerges.
See, the other
It's
one,
this
not
chump
not,
again.
not Kretz Mahal. The other
Yes.
one.
Emerges. I apologize. I have problems. I'll be back in one moment.
Ta-da!
My timing is fantastic.
That's locked in place.
And we come back next week.
Well, now I know that.
So here's
now I
the
know that
question.
This person's deal is completely unnecessary, so we'll find out if it's a good deal.
So here's the question: do you want the demon lord to have the gem, or to me have the gem on the staff?
Fine, take your stupid gem.
Because I can get the gem, but I have to get it using the staff.
Because one of those beings, I can
Remember the rat
hopefully
we made a deal
reason
with,
into giving
like
it up.
before we started?
Oh yes, I do.
Way back.
That was a long time ago.
How
Back
long
on First
was that?
Continent.
You were still playing a Warforged.
That was like the very beginning of
When we
What was the deal we
when
made?
we went to Kretz Mahal,
that was
we made the deal with the rat devil when we were going to the island with all the walking the walking
Yeah.
scarecrows
Yeah,
where
yeah.
I got the gloves of missile snaring that I
Yeah.
haven't used for a long time.
Yeah, yeah.
That was like shortly after.
That was shortly after
came
Faust
and-
appeared,
and-
yes.
Yeah, and joined us. Yeah, that.
And I was
that
still playing a different paladin back then.
Was I
Yeah,
still playing
that-
the Warforged? I thought
I
I
think
thought I
he was-
already. No, I thought I already switched to Sensaku by that point.
I don't know.
Because we switched. Because like when we went up to that island, I was playing Sensaku.
Yeah. Because I remember
You
you
might have been
switched
some
over at the northernmost point of the continent.
Like we had. I don't think we had quite.
Because I
I
remember-
switched over at the forest. I switched over before the forest.
Yeah, because I remember they were like,
All the viewers watching having no context for any of this.
because I remember
Before we started
one
recording all
building-
that stuff.
There was
Yeah.
one building that
Oh,
we
yeah,
ran
that's
into.
what-
And I remember right before we got into the building, like other Modrons took you away.
Yeah, because that was before we ever got to the forest. Because
Yeah, that was before we got into the jungle at all.
Yeah.
That was back on the Northern Islands.
No, it was before the Northern
I
Islands.
think.
Northern Islands were the like because I was since talking about the time we went to the Northern Islands. The Northern Islands is where we met the rat.
But thanks to the tarot reading that I did, I know
No,
this
no,
network
I mean,
needs up
Not
more
those
than
Northern
it did,
Islands.
so.
Not the jungle of Northern Islands. Not the Dark Elven Northern Islands.
All right.
No, the one that's in Stockholm and you.
So
The knockoff Japan
This-
Northern
Yeah.
Islands.
Devil looks suave, charming. He takes the form of a human with a dusky red skin, pair of horns, and a forked tail. He smiles at the group of you. Well, how fortuitous.
Does he remember me?
Oh, yes.
He doesn't remember me.
He looks to the woman. I'm sorry I had to do this to you, but you've stepped away from my teachings, made a deal with a different devil, and I don't much appreciate that. As for the rest of you, how are you doing today?
Can we talk? I mean, are we?
No, he's
completely
gloating.
frozen?
It's still-
He's
still time.
just
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm just making sure he's gloating to himself.
He's gloating right now. I see you are after the gem. I'm bound, he says, not to interfere with that, not to touch it. What? I
Fair
would
question.
love.
Like while he's talking about a question.
Yeah.
Can I concentrate on the space right next to her through the staff right now? I know I can't move or do anything, but can I concentrate on that?
Yes.
Okay, I'm doing that.
Just curious.
Yes.
Okay. So that's an interesting possibility.
Just let me know if you want to roll a charisma saving throw, and you can.
Okay.
The devil looks over you. I'd like to make a deal in the way that I do. You see, I don't like this whole destruction thing. My brother, Crest Mahal, is all about destroying the world and chaos reigns and all that sort of nonsense, but I don't know, it's not a lot of fun when you can't torment the souls of mortals, if there aren't any mortals. So, I would like to help you in your fight against her. It's a simple enough deal. I give what I want. You give what you want. Oh, don't worry. If you want to let me into your heads, I'll know what you're thinking, and I know what your result will be. So, Faust, the one who makes deals with the devils, he focuses on you. You can speak, but you still can't move.
Yeah. I'm afraid we have no need of your deal.
Really?
I know your situation. You need us far more than we need you.
But you don't feel as though I would be an ally to you.
Oh, I'm certain you would be. But you see, the reason I, as a warlock of my ilk, do not make pacts with fiends is because I know that you inevitably betray the mortals with whom you make your contracts.
This one's quite simple. We slay the woman, and I'm on my way.
Formalize. What do you offer, and what do you ask?
Contracts. How fitting. You are after the gem.
We are.
I will assist you in killing her. I request the mask she's wearing. You may have the gem.
What does the mask do?
Can we hear this, by the way?
Yes.
Okay.
What do you think?
Looking at the mask, can I identify what it is?
The mask is definitely a tool for communing.
Okay.
You roll me Arcana.
26, 25.
So you know that a tool for communing allows you to draw power. You also know that there are ways to twist them to gain the control of a devil. It's very dangerous and hard to do, but if there's something more powerful than the devil then it's possible. This is not something that is a risk for most devils to give up, but for someone of this power, this powerful of a devil is almost unheard of this happening to.
You're on a leash.
Yes, if you want to put it like that.
So we give you your leash, and that is the end of our deal.
Yes.
It would so irk the paladin for me to take this agreement. Throwing the safety of the world to the wind just to spite me. Thanks. I mean, to be fair, that's the best way to spite me. Because the thing that makes me angry isn't the fact that you're taking a deal with the demon. It's the fact that you're doing something incredibly stupid and risking the safety of the world just to spite me. It is not what you are doing, it is the act itself. Like,
not that you can
the intention of it. Oh, he knows what I'm thinking. Quite tempting. But to weigh the options. You running free.
Yes.
Uncontrolled.
Well, then he.
Though to be fair, you're doing the same were we to simply kill her without your aid, and I suspect if she's the one holding your leash, she would employ you against us.
Also, if she's holding his leash, then he can't actually help us.
This is fair. How would you actually assist? As my own thoughts come to me.
Well, the bonds of the leash I provided are measured. There are things that she cannot make me do, merely things that I cannot do against her. However, I could infuse others with power, grant them temporary boons, so long as I do not act directly against her.
But there
Absolutely. He says, suddenly ignoring Faust. And suddenly you can't talk anymore and Duncan can.
What would be the requirement for this?
I would appreciate if you kept a hold of that mask.
I took a mask?
Yes.
Faust just Duncan just yanked the door off. What was that about your closest friend?
Anything else?
That would be a pattern soon enough, don't worry. Keep the mask on you at all costs.
Okay, so that would be
just trolling
yes,
the devil.
that would be what happened?
Yes.
Okay. I keep
It will
the mask.
take a lot of power, and it will be unpleasant, but I believe I can arrange this.
Do I have to use the mask or just have it?
You have to keep it on your person at all times.
Okay. All right.
Is the deal made?
I'll try anything twice. I'm going to change alignment. This is going to be interesting.
He focuses.
All of a sudden,
you begin to be able to move.
I'll be able to move. Okay, I move.
You can move over. You can't move fast, but you could remove the mask from her.
But this is going to be, I mean...
You before, what do you think?
I need you to take the mask off of her first so I can use my full power.
Okay, okay, so...
He's my buddy.
Okay, so...
We did research together.
I still have more allies.
Okay, so I remove the mask.
You remove the mask. You feel power coursing through the mask.
Okay.
Saving throws. Do you put it on?
No, not yet.
Okay.
I'm just gonna.
You feel power.
Okay.
You begin beating her senseless while she can't move.
No.
What do you do?
I don't. because that's going to happen. The literal wording there. I'm the only one that can move until she's dead. It's over, folks.
What does Duncan do?
You're gonna stand there forever.
Leaves.
What do you do, Duncan?
I move over to Faust.
Oh!
We eliminate Faust. And because nothing can happen until she's dead.
You are
I'm the only one
that
who
is
can do it.
actually, yes, exactly how you
That was it. I shred Faust
I
first.
have a powerful patron literally on.
Yeah, I know.
But
Yes.
Yes. The patron can't. Okay, I've got to take care of the patron too. I mean,
Well,
if it
no,
shows
hold
up.
on. I know.
I don't know what's gonna happen, but
The question is, how long can he keep time stopped? We'll find out.
Faust,
Mm-hmm.
roll me a charisma saving throw.
I'm sorry, Duncan. That's a natural 20.
No. It's fine. You
I
begin.
believe we have the last episode of Worldfire right now. So.
You begin hacking at Faust repeatedly. You're still moving slowly, so everything's happening in
Right.
slow motion, and you witness Duncan just savage Faust. It's weird because the impacts are in real time, and then the blood slows and comes to a halt, floating in the air. And after almost a solid minute, you recognize exactly what's happening, and because you see the line pull taut. You vanish.
Oh,
Exactly like ye did.
I make a charisma saving throw. I'm
Make a
making this
charisma saving
charisma saving
throw. Alright.
yeah.
That was 28.
Faust goes better.
You see a look on Ye's face, and then a slight smile, and Yi vanishes. Alright, what are you doing, Duncan?
Okay, I'm gonna go over to. Can I wrench the gem out of her hand?
Yeah. Not without removing her hands.
All right. I'll chop
Remove
her
her
hand off.
hands.
Alright, you chop her hands off?
Throw the gem on the floor and stop. Can I break it?
No,
It won't break.
it won't break.
It won't. Okay. At this point, I gotta get rid of her then. Phooey.
Now I'm focusing on the gem.
Okay.
And I'm wondering if I can, we're in the same room. Is it going to just jump to the stack?
This is.
You're not sure.
We'll find out.
The Devil's Power is wearing thin.
Okay. Okay.
But you do know if he can't fulfill his side of the bargain, that your side of the bargain goes away too.
Yeah.
And if he runs out of power and time resumes,
Yeah.
you're free from the bargain. Or you can just kill her while she's a sitting duck.
Or I can just wound her down to almost nothing.
You wound her down to almost nothing.
Yeah, and then
All
sit
right.
there.
Roll me a medicine check to have a good gauge on that.
Okay.
And you've already cut her hands off.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Shoot.
You
7.
can lucky it if you need to.
What?
Don't forget
Oh
to get
yeah.
lucky.
7. Yes, sir. I'll try one more time. 10.
10. You know enough to get her kind of injured, but
Well, if I just remove the her other hand that's holding the whip. I mean, if she doesn't have much to play with.
you know that you can do that, and she'll start bleeding quickly, but she won't bleed out in the way this is. So yeah,
Well, I
you
can
hack off her other hand.
And I can
Transform.
I wouldn't go too far with
yeah.
that.
Well, anyway,
But you don't know how much more damage you can take in this
Right.
way.
well, yeah. Well, I can. Yeah, okay. She should be unarmed,
Everything
essentially,
falls
so she won't
apart.
be able to do much damage unless she's got some kind of major magic or whatever.
So, Paladin, would you like to make a deal?
Alright.
Okay, so yeah.
And you
Just
sit there until
basically-
Probably on the same
You,
plane.
you have a lot to
I'll
see.
take everything away
You
from her
have
so she
so
has
much
less
to learn.
use. I mean,
Alright, you begin.
We're about to not care about you. We're saying.
I'm going to make her as weak as possible,
If we end up in the same place, it's like
and I'm going to let the devil's,
as much as we
energy
disagree,
run
you know,
out,
I would never
essentially.
betray the party in
All right.
some manner.
You rip the things off her.
Hold on.
It takes about 5 minutes for the devil to run out of energy. Things slowly begin crawling back to time. The devil is not happy at you, by the way. And the devil is going to attack. And he's going to attack you.
Okay. I don't think the scary is going to be around much longer anyway at this
All
point.
right. So
I'm going to have to reroll.
this is not as the counter was intended to go. Roll initiative, Duncan.
We're never gonna have
Let
a
me-
long and entertaining conversation.
Gallader,
18.
Gallader is
I have a
trying
feeling someone's gonna pour a gin on
it. So let me know when I can.
Probably when he kills this thing.
And we'll find out.
So, I got an 18
This
initiative.
is gonna be
You
a
got an
beautiful
18?
conversation.
All right.
Yes,
Everything Faust thinks about the
You're gonna roll
Faust
just
is
changed.
You're gonna roll some attacks.
Yeah.
Faust
Good, the bad, and the Duncan.
I'm golden right now.
Duncan is just like Duncan's the one that should have had that shard. Is what we're saying.
I told you, Duncan, it would work for Duncan. All right. So what are you doing? You attacking it?
Yeah.
All right. Roll me some attacks.
Okay. Oh, brother.
We're about to
I'm not going to live through this anyway.
As I pull up stats for appropriate stats for this devil.
I recommend that if you have the Tomb of Beasts, the Lord of Lies is really good.
18.
18 to hit.
Yeah.
It's exactly a hit.
Oh. Okay, I can actually hit this thing. Okay.
Yeah, it's got a lot of hit points
Yeah, that's what I was afraid
and
of.
a lot of offense.
Yeah,
Well,
AC
yeah, I
in
know.
5e AC doesn't really get much higher than 25, 26.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, because the whole bounded accuracy thing.
Okay, so I got to do damage like big time, but I don't. This is not going to work out for me at all. But that's okay. At least I went down. Okay, let's see. 18 points of damage on that one.
Okay.
Mm.
I'm gonna roll its attacks against you.
Ooh, I missed one.
It can't use any of its supernatural abilities because it's holding time frozen right now.
I rolled a 1 on my second
does it have to
attack.
concentrate on keeping time frozen?
I got a natural 1.
Yeah.
So would it have to make Constitution saving
Probably.
throws?
I'll also roll one thing. You rolled a natural 1.
Yeah.
As a paladin of decent insight, you can probably tell that Faust was never actually going to take his deal.
Roll
Yeah,
me
I
a
know.
strength saving throw.
Duncan's
Strength
surprised.
Like, of all the people,
Come on, I keep rolling the
to
same
turn
6.
around and deal with
11.
a demon.
All right. You lose hold of your weapon and it flies out of your hand.
Yeah, no.
Okay,
Mm.
that's even better.
That's your second. So that's your second attack. Your third attack.
How far does it go? Do I have to go? Yeah.
You can spend the rest of your turn going and grabbing it.
Yeah.
All right. You go grab it.
Because that's the only thing I'm going to be able to use to kill this thing.
All right.
So that's poor. Okay, so you took 18 points of damage. Okay, let's see if I
Alright.
live through this next round.
Well, what's your AC again?
19.
And how many hit points do you have?
I'm down to 92 actually,
So excited.
because this isn't gonna go.
92.
What'd you take damage from?
So that 25 from that thing a long time ago. That
You
stupid
take
cat
21
thing
damage.
outside.
Oh yeah.
How much?
And 21 and 22 damage. It lunges into.
Definitely making it. That works. Don't
He
Don't cut that
swings
one.
in with a mace, and he misses
we'll work well
twice.
with others to save
He
you.
misses once, he smashes you the second time, and then his tail darts over and stabs into you. Make a Constitution saving throw.
We'll take you up to the high elves. And
Constitution.
you'll have plenty of space to like do your research.
Jeez. 7.
All right.
We're gonna repair no.
You've
I
got
got
some
one
sort
more
of
lucky.
poison in your system. It's not doing anything at the moment.
Okay.
And your turn again.
All right. Let's see if this can actually hit.
You can win this fight, but you need a whole bunch of damage output
Yeah. No.
very, very quickly.
20 to hit.
Also, don't forget you crit on a 19.
Yeah, I know.
You're gonna need it.
I'm gonna need a whole bunch of
No, you
those.
crown an 18. Don't you?
crown
No,
an
not
18.
yet.
Not
Oh,
yet.
not yet.
No, it's
Sorry,
gonna
that's
be
in a couple levels.
That's 2 more levels. Yeah, I'm not gonna get that yet. Okay, first hit.
Well, I don't think we're gonna get to the other thing I had planned. So
Welcome to the end of Worldfire, everybody.
It's 20 points.
okay.
Welcome
First.
to the end of the world with fire.
Another hit.
Nice.
Damn! I'm gonna re-roll that one. My luck.
Meanwhile, on the
I
other
can't do it on
You can't
damage.
do it on
though. I
damage.
can't do it on damage.
Meanwhile, on the other
Oh,
continent,
that's on,
Saku is just like,
I don't have that.
so
thing
guys,
either.
all right, we got rid of the Empire, and we're just going to consolidate
Okay, so-
everything. We're going to build a new
That's only
castle
12
over
points of
here. It's
damage.
great. We're going to
All
be
right.
friends with all of the
Roll me
all
another
the Fae in the forest. We're going to be nice. We're going to be fighting over there. This is like the other
Yeah,
continent's doing great.
25.
This continent,
25 hits.
Yeah. 15. 25 points of damage on that one.
That one's better. And you're gonna kick it.
I'm kicking for, and that's a major hit.
Mind you, all roll 13.
And 7 points of damage on that.
All right. You gonna action surge?
Yes, action surge now.
I kicked that one.
Okay, this time we gotta go crit on this if he's gonna stay alive. That's not a crit. That misses.
Okay.
I can use my last luck point on re-rolling that one.
Yes, you can.
19?
19 hits.
Okay, starting to hit this. So it's gonna be this one.
Go on, Duncan. Solo the
No!
boss.
Come on, we have to join together in the
It's
Rocky.
still here.
Okay, 13 points of
That was the
damage.
Rocky theme.
All right.
The thing that matters is you got to
No.
hit.
Darn, I can't hit.
Dun is the Rocky
15, that misses.
That was a lot slower
I was
though.
about to say, you didn't give
That's
it
a
big.
hit.
Yeah.
That's because
20, 30 points
It's
of
like that one
damage.
video once that where
Let's
it's
see, my points of damage is
never
only going to
goes
be
past the
19, 21 points of
It just keeps
damage.
21. All right.
Third hit,
Rising up.
22.
Back on the street.
This is my kick, right? 'Cause
Yeah,
I've already
I think
done
so.
it. Yeah.
This is where the-
Okay, so it's only going to be
I'm gonna see too. I have to put you to a
7 points of damage. Rats.
All right. It's hurting. How many
Really
points
bad
do you have
rolls.
left? Because
43.
If it rolls poorly,
Yeah, I've
and your
got
AC is what?
19.
That's a good AC.
The album kind of sounds
Yeah.
like Panic at the Disco crossed with
All right.
Lifehouse.
I'm so tense right now.
I don't think it's
The
going to
rock undertones turned to
You might, if you get one more round of savaging this thing. You have another action search, don't you?
No, I only have one action search until
Right.
17th level. So
It's really
You take 27 damage.
okay,
Roll me another Constitution saving throw.
I've been listening to it a
I'm
lot.
gonna die for that stuff.
Constitution.
Constitution is 13.
A couple of the songs.
13.
Wait, saving throw. That's plus 8.
Oh.
21.
Nero.
Oh yeah, right.
13
Okay.
plus 3.
Oh
Oh,
no, 18.
18. Okay.
Did I not do that right last time? Yeah, I didn't do that right last time.
6 more episodes
I don't remember what I rolled first time.
So you take another 12 points of poison damage.
So what's that? 12 and how much? What are the two?
It was 26.
12 and 26.
Yeah. Something like that.
8.
Yeah, season 2 is
38?
So.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. 30.
And it managed to miss you with its tail and first main attack.
Okay.
All right. By the grace of it rolling 3s,
Yeah.
you get one more round
One more round.
to do
Then I die
Kill
of
it,
poison.
kill it.
an amount of damage that you're capable of doing.
Okay. Let's see if I can. Here, let's use this one. This might work better.
This is gonna be beautiful.
Okay.
I just really hope we can get back to this plane in time to
27.
stop, her from murdering,
27.
brutal.
27 definitely hits.
Yeah. Okay.
Just the paladin and the warlock having a quick heart to heart in a different plane.
The paladin, the warlock, and possibly someone else.
Okay. 22
Yeah.
points of damage there.
Okay.
Someone else I would rather like you to
Another
meet.
hit.
Yeah.
9. A little better. Not much. Whatever. 10, 21 points of damage.
Okay.
Very much. Yeah,
21.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ruts.
Not a bad roll.
20, 24 damage.
All right.
I like
And
how
my
the
kick.
by the way, I like how the lawful good and lawful evil characters are the ones that plane shifted.
Kick it. Go ahead and kick it.
Which is confusing me
Yeah,
a lot,
that hits.
actually, because I know how this stuff works and it's confusing me.
6
have a
points of
save.
damage.
Do you have any hit points I had left?
4.
7.
6. So you bludgeon on this thing, you close your eyes, and you just start flailing, and it raises its mace up for one last thing, and you just kick it right in the face, and it stumbles back and looks genuinely surprised at you. While it's staggered, you lunge forward and kick it again into a wall, and your foot shatters its skull. Time resumes. And we will be joining you next time.
Damn it!
At this point. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next Sunday.
We could have ended the campaign right now.
know what she's doing.
All right. Thank you for watching.
Bye.
Bye.
Come back for like 30 minutes.